Nerd alert!
Gaming Morning Show.
Ah, the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking
When
above the
you feed
horizon.
the donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
It says, when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading the
Have an
text?
orgasm? I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't do that for you? It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Dude, you.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See, everyone. It's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki, oh!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki, whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show is ready to hang out with you for a grand total of 3 hours today. It is Friday, June 25th, 2021. Thanks for being here on Facebook Gaming, on Twitch, on YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Holy cow, we're going 4 wide this morning. What is happening? Never expected I would see this at any point in my illustrious life. But that is back rolls from Nintendo Nerds hanging out in the bottom right. That is Look, It's Mike-O in the bottom left. And, oh, it's going to come to me. Oh, I remember his name. Scene. Shanley?
No, nobody's named Shanley. That's not a name.
No, Shanley.
You're close though.
Bill?
Do we have Portland Trailblazers play-by-play voice Bill Shanley with us in the top
Bill
left?
Shanley?
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
it's really a reach, isn't it, for me?
Well,
that is our good friend Sports Gaming back with the tan.
Welcome back,
Good
Sean.
morning. I don't tan. I just burn.
I don't know. You're looking pretty good.
I just have to say I'm never up this early. I'm final hour crew, and I don't know how long you've had that intro. That's a delight. That is a hoot and a half.
It's only been since like January or something, so don't fret it at all.
No.
Spit take in the first hour. What is happening?
Fully establishing myself as final hour
I'm
crew
working
from
on
the
it.
jump.
Working on it, Hopku. Thank you for always letting us know. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm low. It's weird. It's like my mixer volume got moved or something like that. But I am here, and I'm excited to hang out with you. Backrolls, you have been with us since the beginning. I met you probably, over almost a year ago, it feels like?
I think so now.
And this is your second guest hosting stint, if I'm correct as well.
Yes, second time. Thank you for inviting me. It's nice to be here with all of you lovely gentlemen. It's really great.
Fan
You're all the
favorite.
best.
All right, what the hell is happening with NASA, Mike? What do we need to be looking at?
Oh, they're installing solar arrays on the International Space Station right now. So, and not only that, there are people in the Twitch chat who are telling them that this is fake and trying to explain all the fun stuff. So that's kind of fun.
Like
They're
there's some flat earthers.
There's one guy who's saying that it's obvious the sun is an artificial source from the studio. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
You are my son, Mike.
Oh, thanks. I'm so bright and shiny.
Both the guiding
We've
light.
never seen Mike and the Sun in the same room.
I know, that's true. Both my guiding light and my literal son, since you always call me dad. So
That's true. Speaking of the sun, are you guys going to make it through the weekend out there?
oh my gosh. Do you have the latest numbers, Sean? It's going to be really ridiculous.
I'm never going outside again.
Imagine leaving Florida and then coming back home to the Pacific Northwest, be like, it's so hot here.
Yeah, 1:15 on Sunday.
I once lived in a place called the Tri-Cities, Washington, which is in the southeast corner of that state, and that was routine. Like, we're talking every summer from like June to August, it was like 1:15 every day, and I just didn't get it.
Terrible.
It wasn't gonna happen.
Terrible.
Good morning to you, DRG. Hello from Japan. Thank you very much. Real AJ taking donuts and coffee this morning that I brought. I'm so sorry, Prototype, who's in the chat as well. You'd already grabbed your own coffee and donut, and so I don't know if I was too late, but we will definitely give you a voucher on your way out of the show to make sure that you're taken care of, okay? What else do we got? We got Downs here saying, who's that handsome one in the top left? Introducing Sports Gaming. It's good to see your
First
face.
time on this show. Hey, it's weird. The newest member.
I missed the pool though. The pool was nice.
That was
Yeah,
we
but
saw you
bathtub.
tuning in from the pool. That was a lovely pool.
It was
On the
nice.
bathtub.
It was a lovely man in a lovely pool.
So but as part of our trip, we went to the Kennedy Space Center, which was fantastic, and I sent Mike some lovely pictures. But someone asked if Pluto's a planet again. They have stuffed animals of all the different planets, and there's an Earth, and there's a Mars, and then there's a Venus, and then they paired Pluto with another little dwarf planet. And I was like, oh, he can't be by himself; he has to have a buddy. It was sad.
I don't care what anyone says. Pluto will always be a planet in my mind.
Yeah, for sure. DRG is still telling us onion rings are elite. Did anyone actually end up getting onion rings? Because I'm still on day 3 of not actually going out and getting the onion rings.
If I followed every National Food Day, particularly when we call them out on GMS, I would be bankrupt.
I know.
I can't have a donut every time it's donut day.
There's just too many of the redundant days of the day.
Or we'll
Today,
have to celebrate Diabetes Awareness Week.
that's true. That's true. And today is actually technically another day of the day. If you're into strawberry parfaits or goat cheese, today is your day. Maybe even a catfish.
I've never had
Not all at the
catfish in
same
a donut.
time.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna have a
Sounds
catfish topped with goat cheese and a side of strawberry parfait.
I will actually throw a curveball though and say like catfish in a beignet. If it was like New Orleans style, I would eat that.
Damn it, I don't know what that is. What's a beignet?
It's
A
guy who
beignet
plays-
is it's
plays
like
for
a
the Blazers.
donut.
Yeah, it's a pastry.
Did you just say
Ben-
someone
yeah,
plays
he-
for the Blazers?
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, he got drafted last year.
I thought that's the thing you put on your sore muscles.
That's Ben.
That's
Gay.
beignet.
Oh, we'll figure it out. That's true. I think if we make another battle cry, Ben, yay! There we go. It is take your dog to work day, which made me think of you, Back Rolls, because you're always out walking the dog. Have you ever taken the dog to work?
He is a quarantine pup, and unless I get him registered as an emotional support animal, which maybe I should, given the circumstances. Nah, that has not happened yet, but maybe one day.
We have take your dog to work day if you're working from home, because I know you have your dog obviously at home, and then since Mike has just one dog named Dixie, Mike
Just
always
one.
has the dog there, so it's a
Yep.
win.
One.
I think
All
I've
my
actually
children.
found something that annoys Mike, which is kind of a feather in my cap.
I love my dogs. All three of them.
It is also Color TV Day. We have a Color TV Day. I don't know why, but we do.
Would you like to know why?
Yes,
Because
I would
on this
love
date
to know.
on this date in 1951 was when the color TV debuted, changing the course of history forever.
I remember that we had purchased a 13-inch TV for like the kitchen dining room area when I was a kid. That thing probably cost more than the last flat panel TV that I just bought. I mean, it's ridiculous how TV technology has changed to the point where, I mean, you can go to a store now and buy like a 32-inch flat panel color TV for like $60. Isn't that crazy?
It's
My
bananas.
parents had this little TV box with this giant antenna, cost so many batteries, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for that thing. And now everyone's watching things on their phones live.
It's ridiculous, right?
I think it's one of the most fascinating transitions. You said what year did the color TV come out?
1951.
So you're looking at what, 70 years, and in 70 years we've come that far where, yeah, like you said, back rolls, you can just grab your phone and watch as much, if not more, than you ever could back in like, you know, even 20 years ago. I mean, you had not access to that much content.
What's crazy is it still took so long for the color TV to catch on. Because I remember, I mean, hell, in 1980, in the 80s, we had a black and white TV. A, because it was cheaper, and B, I mean, color TVs didn't become commonplace until the early 90s. So it was still black and white because it was a lot more affordable than, spending hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for a color one.
Early 90s. That's crazy. I'm sending you a request
All those
for
years ago.
a party invite there, back rolls, if you can jump on that, please. National Leon Day. It's not Kings of Leon Day. It's just, if your name's Leon, today's your day?
This one's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, it is, because that marks 6 months until the greatest holiday of them all. Christmas happened 6 months from today, and today is the official day when you can start planning your decorations and presents.
And so what's that have to do
Do
with
you really
Leon?
start planning Christmas 6 months in advance?
Leon is Noel backwards, so I don't know why they picked the name, but yeah. So either way, I don't really care because it's awesome.
And I think
I've
Backrolls
been
does have
planning
a,
my decorations since.
I was gonna say Backrolls has a valid question. So this is like you laid this out months ahead of time.
Did I?
Oh, you are
Is this real?
third
Yeah,
base.
no, I started my my planning in January.
Oh my gosh.
So, well, here's the thing, right? So I got the okay from the wife, and this is incredible, to do one of those dancing light displays,
Ooh, okay.
the LED lights. So apparently there's a lot that goes into it. So I've been working on it for quite a while. So
A
Mike's
prototype.
been getting an electrical.
Did you know a
engineering degree.
timed LED light
More or
show was
less.
complicated?
it's real complicated. Yeah, you gotta like put things together, and write other things into computers, and then the color TV shows up, and it's great.
There's math.
Was Mike
involved.
Jobs 487 lighting designer?
I think Bob lost count, but it could be. That could be a hobby.
My
I've
job
thought
number.
about it,
Oh,
believe me.
you know what? I lost count.
There's a lot of people in Indiana. I'm sure they do it other places too, where like the landscapers around Christmas time do the whole like, we'll put up your Christmas lights for you. And I've thought many times about doing that. That would be awesome.
I already like prototype saying, "Joke's on you. The lights are just always up. Mike's never taken them down."
If I could, the HOA, however, sent us a letter last year that said we have to take our lights down on February 1st.
Wow.
Ooh,
HOA drop.
HOAs.
Stupid HOA.
All right. Well, those are all the
We
days.
can't say anything. The HOAs are listening.
Those are all the days of the days that we have. But today is Global Beatles Day, so we are asking you: do you actually like the Beatles? And furthermore, do you have a favorite Beatles song? If that is the case, I am not well versed in the Beatles. I also really like Helter Skelter, which, as far as I understand it, is one of their most like outlier songs that they ever made. So I don't know if I'm a good reference for the
outlier
Beatles.
song.
Beatles, that's my favorite song. Right?
Did you just say, "Hey, we're the Beatles"?
We're always beating around.
Those
That's
are the
good
lyrics.
one. I think that's it, isn't it?
Their best track.
They used to have a TV show too called The Beatles. It was Mike and the other one, Davy Jones. They're my favorite. Yeah.
Is oh really? Is there a person on their team called You?
It's like VD.
Okay, I'm sitting. I at first glance I was like, oh my gosh, where am I?
It does
So-
look like you. Vidju.
AJ said, I was once part of a school play when I was 10, and we had a routine for Yellow Submarine. As much as I hated doing it, I do enjoy the Beatles.
I enjoy the Beatles as well.
I do.
I took when I was in college, there was a Beatles music history class where throughout the semester we just slowly went, year by year through the Beatles history, and it was fascinating.
I'm always just really impressed that they were really only together and active for about 4 years. So when you take that into account, their body of work, and considering that like Paul and John wrote almost everything and they really did write all their music, I think that is astounding. Like to have that kind of creative output in such a short period of time is kind of flabbergasting to me.
It's amazing. And even if you try to extend their history as far as you could possibly justify it, you can't get past 10 years.
Mm-hmm. My parents personally raised me on the Beatles, my mom specifically. And as a theater person, I used to sing the Beatles for audition songs all the time. Because everyone sings musical theater, and nobody sings the Beatles, and nobody writes emotions like sincere love songs like Paul McCartney. He did in his early 20s. I think some of the stuff they wrote early is just magnificent.
What was your go-to?
I used to sing Yesterday. Yesterday got me to California, actually. It was like I sang that for a job offer that got me across the country, and so the Beatles is kind of responsible for some of my good fortune in life.
Huh, that's really cool.
I can't like the Beatles because I'll never forgive Paul for that one. For writing that wonderful Christmas time song. I hate that song.
Oh, that was John. Ugh.
No, not even that one. It's simply having a wonderful.
Yeah, that was Paul, and that was
awful too.
That was
They
post Beatles.
They both committed some sins after the Beatles were done.
Well, and even though
I
there
don't love
are
Wings.
there are some good things that came out of the individual Beatles after the breakup, I think just for safety, let's just pretend like nothing happened after they broke up from any of them.
Well, Ringo killed all the other ones, so.
You heard it here.
That was Betty White,
No, it was Ringo. He's
Betty
still
White.
alive.
the most goldness of girl.
Ringo said, "I am
Can
the
only
only
be one."
Beatle.
Be what?
Can only be one." Yes. That was a great center, by the way, Battle. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
I did pirouette very nicely around the ball, though.
I think Vidu is
Boffing.
doing the work for their whole team over there.
You mean you? You're doing the work for everybody. At school, says Downs, we had art, music collaboration classes each year. They were pretty cool designing Beatles covers, but I think the only reason we did it was because the music and the art teacher was boffing? We're boffing?
They were bopping together.
What's a boffing?
Well,
I don't know, but it sounds like
when a
something we
boy and a
shouldn't be
girl,
saying
or
while
a boy
live.
and a boy, or a girl and girl, really like each other. They hold hands and then bop.
Thank you for all the audio feedback, because I was surprised that I was so low, so I bumped myself up, and then I ended up becoming way too loud. So thank you for the feedback. We appreciate it.
Petition to let Twitch test these. Let us test these things before we go live.
Jordy, good morning to you. Says, I love Come Together whenever I hear shalaba boo ba da boom ba boo. I don't know how to say what that's supposed to be.
Are you trying to say the Beatles also wrote that blue song?
Yeah, you remember
have a
that
girlfriend.
Eiffel 65
Actually, so blue.
Beatles mashup?
That was actually Kate Zaid, little known fact.
Oh, interesting. Good job,
Kate Zaid
Kate.
was the blue girlfriend.
Kate
We
Zaid
established
was
this when
the Beatles?
we established this when no, Kate Zaid was the blue girlfriend from the blue song.
Oh.
Mike,
We established
there's
this while
a
she was painting for
girlfriend
the
in the
D&D
blue song?
campaign.
I have a
You don't-
girlfriend. Her name is
And
Kate
she is so
Zaid.
blue.
It all.
Oh, the cursed conversations that happen on Twitch.
So I'm not like banned from the Beatles fan club then for saying I like Helter Skelter.
I don't
They
think so, right?
took
It's
all
a
kinds of
Beatles,
yeah. They threw all kinds of
Hey!
spaghetti against the wall during their time. You're allowed to like whatever aspect of them, or not like whatever aspect of them you like. I mean, I fully get why people don't like them too.
I'm not a big
The only thing that I couldn't stand with the Beatles was when I used to have to play them on actual CD at the radio station. Like, I worked for one that we didn't have it queued up in an automation system. We actually had to put the CD in. And Strawberry Fields Forever has an ending to it that fades completely out, and then it comes back up and plays for like another 20 seconds or so. And the first couple of times, I'm sitting there looking at the countdown timer, and it's like, you have 20 seconds left, but there's no audio. And I'm like, no, I don't. And I panicked. And I'm like, what is happening? And finally, I think it was my mom who was like, oh, yeah, no, there's an ending to that song. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, Mom. Nice pinch hit. I appreciate it. Well, we're losers. That was a cleanup by them, so congratulations to whoever we just played. It is 6:23 out on the West Coast. 9:23 out on the East Coast.
Also am.
And 2:23 for those watching in the afternoon.
PM.
All right, cool. Welcome back, Sean. Good to see back rolls in the guest hosting chair, and Mike O is in the bottom left. Going to be with us for the first. Left side's going to be with us for the first hour. Back rolls and I will take you the rest of the way. Coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific time today, it is a pride party from our friend Austin Attack 12. You can go to twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. There will be fun. There will be games. There will be snacks. And there will be a giveaway. It's all over at Austin's stream starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And then coming up on Sunday is the Kiki Low Apex Trios mixer that starts at 12:30 on Sunday. We also will start the summer vacation with Austin on Monday. Austin Attack joins Gaming Morning Show throughout the course of the summer. And that should be pretty okay.
I hope she doesn't try and give away her new computer. That would be crappy.
All right.
That would be crappy. I agree.
Coming up, we will tell you about a new
Uh-oh.
Jellystone park that's going to be animated on your color television for Color TV Day.
Oh.
We're going to have an update on Fake Animal Watch 2020, not Loose Animal. Okay. And then we're going to also have the Nintendo Switch and a train controller. So lots of things still to get to on this edition of Gaming Morning Show, but it's 6:25, and for the first time in forever, I don't have to figure out how to handle this. Our friend in the upper left will do it for us. It is once again time for hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Friday, June 25th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. Steam is cracking down on some people just trying to save some money. region jumping is a thing when you're looking for deals on the Steam machines, and they've decided that they don't want any more region hopping. So if you're region hopping, you can no longer do that. Steam has added a feature, I guess, for them in place that limits how often you can change the country associated with your Steam account. Now you will only be able to do it once every 3 months. So this was something people did quite a bit, where you switch from one region to another to get a better price, or if there's region-based sales, you can do that. All you had to do was have an ability to have some sort of currency tied to that region. Well, now you can't do that anymore. Well, you can, but once every 3 months. So probably not a good idea. So now there are restrictions on your VPN usage in terms of setting what region you're from. So no more region hopping for you region hoppers. But they do have sales going on.
Valheim's on sale, everybody.
It is.
Just so you should know that.
For some reason, you said region hoppers, and my brain just went to curtain jerkers, which is a phrase that I learned about this week, and I can't get out of my brain.
Everyone knows curtain jerkers frequently region hop.
That's true.
But
It's so that they can find the best sweet pole.
oh no, you're gonna make Chris ME proud.
And we got a big Windows 11 reveal yesterday, which I haven't really checked out yet. But there's some good news in there for gamers, at least. We'll see what Windows 11 truly brings. But Xbox Game Pass is going to be built into Windows 11. And during the presentation, they touted it as, quote, the best Windows ever for gaming. And that comes from Xbox Corporate Vice President for Game Creator Experience and Ecosystem. Man,
I will
that's
say
a title.
best for gaming from the Windows suite is a low bar. Still
But at
exciting.
least they're putting some thought into it.
Yes.
So in addition to the Game Pass being built right into the operating system, they have announced that where the heck is it? Two features that they debuted during the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S launches, which is Direct Storage API and Auto HDR, will also be built into the new Windows operating system. So at least they're putting some thought into it, which makes sense, seeing as how Xbox makes them just a buttload of money and brings a lot of people to their platform. Windows 11 is scheduled to be released this holiday season, and it will be available as a free upgrade for Windows 10 users.
It's
But
gonna
if we
ruin my
follow-
computer, though.
Well, if we follow the Windows operating system pattern, this one will be terrible because every other one is terrible.
Dreamers, get ready for your sound settings to all crash.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. We have Mighty Aphid out on Xbox One, Scarlet Nexus out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, and PC. Mario Golf Super Rush out on Switch, which I'm definitely going to get and play this weekend. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 is out on the Switch now, which I swear I've seen this out on the Switch before, but now for sure it's out on the Switch.
Guaranteed out today.
Really?
Promessa out on Switch. #1 Crosswords Bundle out on Switch.
No way.
Loop Index. It's #1 crosswords puzzle. You can throw away that #2 crosswords puzzle now. Loop Index is out on Switch. Sweet Sugar Candy is out on Switch.
Oh yeah.
Aww.
Sun Haven
Oh.
is out on PC, and IU Senkai Gold: A New Conquest is out on PC. And the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Enigmatis, A Ghost of Maple Creek, out on Switch, despite being 10 years old. Originally out in 2011 on the Steam.
And
Nice.
that is our first name of the morning of this week with Sean in the driver's seat. It was a lot easier when
Are
you were
you
here to
so
do this whole
relieved
thing.
you didn't have to do that, Hefty?
Yes, I'm. Reading is hard. Although Fulfillment sending those flowers out that you requested on Twitter to whomever makes your list for that. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks, maybe more.
It was great though, because I could watch the NASA stream while he was doing that instead of having to like focus.
I mean, you do that even when we're the crux. Like we're asking you to do a story, and you're like, I got YouTube, I'm busy getting concert tickets. Indigo Girls
True.
are playing in Indianapolis. I gotta get some tickets.
Maroon 5.
I got
you had a
Nicholas
color.
Morissette.
Hey, they're bringing back
got the
Lilith Fair.
color.
Drove them into it.
Really?
No, they're not.
Oh, I was gonna say what? What is happening?
They're not. But you were like curious about
I
that
was
for
like,
a
wait a
second.
second.
I had you.
That was
I had the
really
hook. Apparently, there's an intriguing market for it. So.
It's 6:31 now. Name of the morning is now eligible for name of the month, which we might do next week because we haven't done it yet, and we still have to give away a copy of the May name of the month. If you missed any of that, find us on Twitter.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming
And you can
News.
become a Patreon subscriber. And if you are a subscriber above, you do get double entries into our Name of the Month giveaway. We actually have a couple of things on the horizon, one of which is, of course, the Name of the Month for the month of May. In July, we'll give away the Name of the Month for the month of June, right? But also with the Kiki Cup scheduled for July 31st, we'll be giving away Apex coins the Monday following the Kiki Cup. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, you also get an extra entry into that. So if you watch Kiki Cup on July 31st and then you join us for the show on that following Monday, you'll actually have 3 entries into that particular event because we're doing that for Kiki's Cup, and there'll be 4,000 Apex coins given away on the day of the Kiki Cup plus 2,000 on the following Monday. Coming up,
Can you
The
write
Kiki
that
Cup,
down?
July 31st. What time?
oh man, that's an interesting question that you have there, Back Rolls. You can join us starting around 12 o'clock Pacific time. It should be a lot of fun.
12
There's
Pacific on July 31st.
There's going to be all the hoopla behind it. I think Chris is going to do the pregame show. There's rumor there's a postgame show now. We're going to have more coverage than the Super Bowl, so it's
Nice.
it's going to be
Who's doing halftime?
Hey, could you play halftime?
Taylor Swift.
I work that day. This is
Oh.
the last Kiki Cup, theoretically,
Theoretically.
where I won't be able to participate at all because I'll be at work.
Messed up.
Maybe the
Just
release date, this is from AJ. Maybe the release date for that game was switched. Remember how you said it was, you thought it was out, and then it was switched.
It hurts.
Can I really want AJ and Kalaf to have like a dad joke off? Because I feel like that would be some super quality stuff.
It would be pretty good.
Scorched earth.
Yeah.
Maybe for like when we do like joke boat on GMS games, something like that.
Boat.
Yeah, you've never played
sounds
GMS
good.
games? Jackbox Party Pack? Yeah, it's fun. Pinkerbell, thank you for the follow on Twitch. We appreciate it. That is Back Rolls on the bottom right. I am Hefty Goof on the top right, and then that is Sean and Mike on the left. We got Birthdays to Stay in Gaming History coming up in just a little bit. There is an animal on the loose, Mike. And who best to cover loose animals? No, there is an animal that's fake. I mean, they're all the same. There's an animal story. So who best to cover an animal story but Ben Hooper of UPI?
Mr. Hooper told us about a very scary animal. It was super scary. Or was it? We'll never know. Or will we when I tell you right now? Police in Britain called animal rescuers for assistance capturing a king cobra in a resident's garden that turned out to be a plastic toy snake. Ugh. The RSPCA said a resident of Workington, England, spotted what she believed to be a venomous snake on a chair in a neighbor's garden and called her son, who contacted Cumbria police. I'm assuming Cumbria is someplace near work. I don't know, whatever. Police called the RSPCA for assistance, and Inspector Martin Fletcher responded to the scene. As the woman thought the snake had moved, the police took it seriously and called us. Fletcher said in an RSPCA news release, "It's really important in these situations to confine the animal as safely as possible, particularly if it's suspected that the snake may be venomous." Fletcher said he quickly discovered, however, this king cobra was the plastic kind. He said the investigation was brief. Oh man. It appears the toy had come from children in the neighboring garden, so the snake has now been returned to its home, he said. "I knew king cobra snakes were deadly snakes, but afterwards I found out their venom is strong enough to kill 20 men. Maybe it was a good job I didn't know that fact before I went." Because yes, Great British plastic snake is very venomous. So, but I'm just really glad that it was a very brief setting. So, brief investigation, and everyone's okay now. They made it out okay.
Well, yes, people have exotic animals, but their first clue should be, I just did a quick Google, and they are native to India to Southeast Asia. That should have been the first clue to be like, we might need to ask a few more questions.
Well, to be fair, I mean, there was a kangaroo was on the loose in like California or Tennessee or something.
It's true. People do have strange exotic animals.
They do.
Could have been. I couldn't help but get distracted every time you said RSPCA. It just sounds like someone trying to sing respect but can't spell it all.
RESPECA! It's not the lines. Yeah, it is.
Sure.
Spaka! Suck it to me, suck it to me!
Little Respaka! All right. AJ's weeping for quote unquote the future of England.
That's a very American story, honestly.
Oh, that's true, Mike. Did they ever, Prototypes one, did they ever capture that last cow that was running around in the trench coat?
Still on the loose. You gotta. Well, I'll check with Mr. Hooper tomorrow. I don't know if he posts on the weekends, but yeah, no, the cow in disguise is still on the loose.
I did not know we were playing until I glanced down and saw stream.
We're into the
I
game.
was like, wow, I'm really behind. Nope, I'm behind in life.
Yeah,
I'm helping.
They're gonna try to figure
Mike
out
and I are one.
to have the cow get beef with somebody and get in a little bit of a fight, and that's how they'll locate him. Them
A cow having a beef.
having beef with somebody.
Just scope out the nearest.
I still think it's a Chick-fil-A stunt, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Is that a real cow holding that "Eat More Chicken" sign?
Who scored?
Me. Or them.
I'm playing like 4 seconds ahead. Here's an AJ joke. Did you hear about the psychic small person who broke out of jail? He's a small medium at large.
Funny, but all. Oh, missed. Missed again. Missed.
I got pulled.
Oh, got it one. Nope, crap.
We have the best goalie in the
Never
game.
played 4v4. This is a lot.
A lot of cars on the course, aren't there? Yeah. It's like it's more like a destruction derby, like a demolition derby with a soccer
In
ball.
front. Ah, too hard. Too much mustard.
Oh man, AJ, you made Prototype unsubscribe.
Oh, he booped it. I didn't want him to boop it.
We're still within booping range.
Yeah, I'd be curious when we finally get Ben on the show to ask, like, how do you have your Google alerts set up? Like, do you have an email notification for every animal with, like, the verb loose or run away or missing? Like, how do you organize this and come up with all of these stories?
Well, Ben also has a lot of story about lottery winners too. Like, man found a lottery ticket in the wash, wins $10 million. So yeah, I would very much like to see his Google alert set up.
I like to think that they keep asking him to stop writing stories about animals, but he keeps doing it anyway. And his editors are just getting furious.
Ben, not another one. Yeah, another one.
I gotta tell the truth to the people.
gotta get it out there. It ain't
They
real.
got to know.
It's just Ben sitting in his like in a cabin.
Look at that goaltending. Beautiful.
Down says they got to seek out the truth. The truth. Truth. I now think we should make a fake trailer based around whatever that. Remember that Washington Post movie that came out? Wasn't that Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, and it had something to do with a very serious, like, was it Pentagon Papers or something? And then the Washington Post chose to publish them. Am I making any of this up, or is that even close to sounding right?
That sounds
No
like
idea.
something they'd quickly go to HBO and I would quickly not watch it.
I think it was called The Post or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, a very serious newspaper drama, but we just replace everything with the story of Ben Hooper.
So
There's-
we're just basically Fox News.
But there's a fake Cobra out there. We have to publish it. People deserve to know. Are you telling me he
biggest
makes
one of
animal news fanfic?
Oh, good lord. That
How
dude
dare they.
scores. Now he's playing gold.
Yeah, these corners get zesty, man. There's so many people in them.
No.
No. No. No.
I react in Rocket League like you react in horror games. I'm like,
Yes.
no.
You forgot to slap your hands together and break a chair. Yes.
Ooh, wow. Look at that.
We're cracked. Did I just hear a?
Game in
Nice
with the
hit.
assist.
Did I just hear a Toy
Yeah.
Story button? Like
It very much sounds like that. It sounds like somebody poison the water hole.
Yes, that's. I swear somebody pulled Woody's string. What is
There's a
happening?
snake in my boot.
And that's a sound effect in the game. What is happening?
It's this level. This level has an announcer, and it's like, and the crowd goes wild.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
We're good.
There's a snake in my boots.
Reach for the sky. We're staying on this side.
Are we?
Nope. It was a ruse. Nice clear. Ooh. Right in front. Oh, they're flying for it. We love a good overtime instead of 5-0, though.
Yes. This is definitely a little more interesting. Nice save,
Nice
Sports Talk
save.
Scrock. Good push up too.
Thank you. We're staying here.
Get in there. Get in there.
Get in.
Yes. Nice shot.
There we go.
We're winners. We're one of life's winners, chat. Let's go. All right, it's 6:44 West Coast time, 9:44 out on the East. It is 2:44 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
You are one of life's winners.
Take your dog to work day, goat's cheese day, strawberry parfait day, color TV day, National Catfish Day, and National Leon Day. Do you think catfish maybe is more like the ghosting thing, whatever, where you pretend to be somebody else?
It's the fish.
It's the fish.
It's the fish.
Well, there goes everything else I was gonna say. Fine, whatever.
Fish.
No and. The first rule of improv, no and.
No, right? Shut that down real fast, didn't you? Coming up in the next break, we're going to play more trailers for games from the Media Indie Exchange's Black Voices in Gaming freshman class. They chose 14 games to feature for titles that are coming out through 2022. Yesterday we showed Proto Droid Delta, which Backrolls, I remember you commenting, that game looks amazing.
It
The
does look.
Mega Man.
It looks slick.
Yeah, Mega Man inspired gamer. It's a lot of purple too, so I kind of partial to it. I like purple.
Why?
So coming up, we'll show you Corrupt in the 7 o'clock break, and then at the end of the show, Grid Force will be played in the 8 o'clock hour. So those are two more that we have. We're going to share some more resources as part of the GMS Week of Action. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to share a YouTube video that's made by the Alliance for Continuous Improvement. And the one thing about the GMS Week of Action that we focused on is the idea of taking an hour of your time this week and contributing to your community with whatever our topic is. And for this week, it's been racial equity and systemic racism through a lens of the United States, given the fact that Mike, Sean, and myself are located here. But one thing that I found interesting about this YouTube video that we'll play is it focuses around inequity in education. And I thought, hey, schools exist pretty much everywhere, right? And so if there's maybe a common thread that we can all take action on, no matter if we're here in the U.S. or overseas, maybe that is an area that something that we share today might apply. It was a thought, but I like the video. I was able to watch, and it definitely highlights some things that are inequitable in the world of especially public education. And I think of people like your wife, Mike, who works in education, right? It's such a baseline area for you to have an impact on the way that the future is for the young people who go to school.
Well, school is stupid. First of all, don't go to school. Just kidding. Had to break that for a second. Got a little serious, but no, it's very important that we talk about these things in the realm of school. And there's so many issues around school right now too, around things like critical race theory and stuff like that, where we should definitely be having these conversations in schools. But there are a lot of folks who don't believe that school is the place to educate people about things. Go figure. And just, I mean, that is the future. That's the next group of people who are going to tackle a lot of these issues. As much as some of us don't want to be, don't want to say that we're old. We're older and we have a little bit less of an impact on things sometimes than who's coming up behind us. So we probably have a little bit more just because we still have quite a bit to go. But yeah, it's very much educating those behind us. So when they come in, they're not kind of spinning their wheels like our generation seems to be doing, where we're trying to figure out how to bridge the gap. Hopefully we can bridge that, and then they can kind of come in and, kick in the door and take some names.
I'm not a great student of history, so I don't remember who said this, but I do know that there is a quote out there that says those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it.
That's been said by a lot of people, so yeah, and that's 1,000% the truth. So
you can find out more about the GMS Week of Action and all the resources that we've shared over the course of the week, asking for just 1 hour of your time, resources, energy, somewhere in that realm over the course of this week to contribute to this discussion. You can find out more at gamingmorningshow.tv/weekofaction.html. It is now 6:48 out on the West Coast. Good morning to you, Gray. Thanks for hanging out with us over the course of the week. It is good to see you.
Top of the moron.
Real AJ say, I watched Man vs. Food Challenge earlier where the host had to eat 28 pieces of fried catfish in under an hour to set a world record.
That's catfish is really oily. That's just really I would look like Miss Theo while attempting that when she ate her peanut butter and cheese sandwich.
Oh my, that was a
I really, it's not bad.
Yeah, that was such a roller coaster of emotions. We need to put that on the YouTube page.
That's a clip if we condense that.
Yeah, that was kind of nuts. The oil, I just could hear like your stomach filling up in that analogy that you just threw out there, where it's like, oh, poor back rolls.
Some things you don't need to visualize, but here we are. Good morning.
Let's celebrate some birthdays today. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know in the chat. We would love to celebrate with you. We also have This Day in Gaming History coming up as well. Let's start with actress June Lockhart. Turns 96.
Okay.
Mike will now
Speaking
go
of
through
generations,
the filmography of June Lockhart.
she was in that show. You know what I mean? She is best known for her role in Lassie. She was in Lassie, and she was also in Lost in Space. She also may have been typecasted because in both of those shows she was mom. So, sorry.
Singer Carly Simon turns 76.
Wow, she's got such great music. She's in Simon and Garfunkel, right?
Carly, Simon, and Garfunkel.
Yep.
Yep.
She the Julio, me and Julio down by the schoolyard was my favorite Carly Simon song.
Wasn't Carly Simon You're So Vain?
Yes.
Yeah, she probably.
Yeah, I thought so.
In actual seriousness, yes.
That was when she broke out from Simon and Garfunkel and went solo. Absolutely, completely true. Jimmy Walker churns 74 actor and comedian.
Jimmy, oh, he's the Dynamite. Yeah. Oh, you see his fun fact? Though?
Nope. Not gonna
Yeah,
look at
the
it.
series
Nope.
guest appearances
Don't do
on
it.
TV shows in the 80s, including episodes of The Love Boat and Fantasy Island.
It's back.
That's fine.
Are you gonna wish Jimmy
The
Walker?
love boat. We'll never learn more words than that.
I believe he kept trying to say exciting and new, and I don't even know if that was the words.
It sounds like it though.
It really does. I'm not saying he's not
I'm
close.
never gonna confirm this. I could confirm this right now, and I won't do it.
Yeah, you could Google, but I mean, why? Why would you do
No,
Yeah,
I prefer to live in
let's just
ignorance
move on.
about the love boat.
Let's just move on.
that? Actor of the far inferior version of The Office, Ricky Gervais, turned 60 today.
Ricky Gervais, exciting and
Oh
new.
no! Oh my god!
Ricky Gervais, we're expecting you.
What has Gervais
The
directed?
Love Boat. Movies, probably.
I always like when
Making
Mike comes
people
out.
mad at the Golden Globes.
I like when Mike always comes out hot with like he's very determined. He'll say something like that. He's like, movies, probably. Like he just was so quick and confident. I'm like, yeah, but that's I mean,
what I would assume, right? TV
co-
shows, probably.
a couple of basketballers' birthdays today. Del Curry, 57, was
Hey,
an
Del.
outstanding shooter in Del's own right, and then of course now the father of Steph and Seth of the Warriors and 76ers respectively. So, probably better known as a basketball father, but Del was an outstanding player for the Hornets and such. And then there's Dikembe Mutombo, who blocks everything still, including in Geico commercials.
No.
Yep.
No. That's my favorite.
That Geico
Did those
commercial is
Did those commercials go away for a long time and then just recently come back?
great. Well,
Or have I just not noticed them until
no, you're
recently?
you're
again?
absolutely right. So Geico does that in general, but I think they did it because of the pandemic. They needed to re-release some stuff because they couldn't make new ones. And so, because Geico makes a new commercial every hour, it's true.
That is Geico's strategy. It really is. They have
14
like
minutes.
75 mascots. You can't definitively pin down the Geico mascot. Like you say it's the gecko, but you're like, oh, there's a stack of dollar bills. There's the caveman.
the gecko
How
got
many
fired.
mascots?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hump day.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Actress Angela Kinsey, 50
Kinsey.
today.
There's no L. Yep, she was in the shows with places. Yeah, with the other actresses.
Oh, Gray actually had a really good fun fact for us that Carly Simon actually changed her name to Carly Rae Jepsen.
And then reunited with Garfunkel.
Garfunkel. Yep.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
And they wrote the bop called "Call Me Julio Down by the Schoolyard."
Call me the sound of silence.
I mean, in fact, if you didn't know, Carly Simon, Ray Jepsen, and Garfunkel are big fans of Hildart Duff and Harry Clarence Styles.
Call me, maybe and new.
TV personality Lala Anthony is 39 today. Actress
Lala
Linda
Anthony.
Cardellini is 46.
What?
Is that a pasta? I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know the name. I just
Linda
don't know the name.
Cardellini. She was the girl.
Oh,
She's
Linda
in Freaks and
Cardellini.
Geeks.
She was Freaks and Geeks. She was Velma. She's the one who had the party perm in Legally Blonde.
Yep, that one. The party perm.
Wait, like Velma from like the
She was in the shower.
Matthew Lillard Scooby Doo?
Yep.
Yeah, that's her.
No kidding.
It was. Yeah.
Linda Tortellini.
No.
No.
That's not her name.
Linda Cavatappi.
Actress, is it Busy Phillips or is it
Yeah.
Bussy Phillips?
No, it's busy.
All right. Old Navy pitch person. I remember that.
She's weird.
She was on
I believe-
Dawson's Creek.
She's
Sure,
now
huh.
on the Girls Five Ever.
Isn't
Girls Five Ever
she's-
on
She
NBC.
believes some weird things. Though. She makes me uncomfortable.
Historical birthdays. Today was the birthday of Tamir Rice, who was shot and killed back in 2014 at 12 years old. So I wanted to note that one. It's also Anthony Bourdain's, as I think Mike says, heavenly birthday.
Heavenly birthday. It's
George
there's
Michael.
not a lot of. There's not. Wait, what?
George
Where's
Michael's
George
birthday was also June 25th.
Oh, it's on the bottom. Yeah. I was like, wait, why isn't it? Why don't we celebrate it? It is also. Oh, it's bassist Mike Kroger of Nickelback's birthday. He's 49.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph, exciting and new. Look at this photograph. It'll take you to.
I'm gonna have to
places
just
you've never
delete
been.
Love Boat, like it's gonna be auto blocked from everything I search, and it'll just be redacted. It's a big day for Dawson's Creek because actor Mary Beth Peel is 81,
Yeah.
was in Dawson's Creek as well as The
course
Good
she
Wife.
was.
So
Yeah,
Well
it's
known.
also Richie Rich's birthday, the 54.
And it's Eric Carl's historical birthday. He wrote Hungry Hungry Caterpillar.
oh, recently died.
Yeah.
All right.
I love George Orwell. His note is the author of Animal Farm, not any of the other big books.
Just that one. That's it.
Yep.
It's
Never
only-
wrote
only
anything
Nothing
else.
else comes to mind at all.
Nothing else.
Especially not here on a radio type show.
No, one remembers that. No. 2006, this day in gaming history, Namco Bandai released Tekken Dark Resurrection for the PlayStation Portable, of all things. That was back in 2006. The
PlayStation
next
Portable.
year, the value of Nintendo stock hit 53.06 billion, slightly higher than Sony.
Billion.
Like, I read that as share price first. I was like, 53 billion per share? What the heck happened? But yeah, no,
That's pretty
that was
messed
total
up. How do
value.
you-
Total value. Same year, 2K released the Darkness video game for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I believe in a thing called love. There's a little of my heart. That was the Darkness as well. 2009,
Great album.
Fight Night Round 4 came out from EA for PS3 and Xbox 360. And 2017, 4 years ago, it was Pyre, Pyre.
Higher. Supergiant Games.
Yeah, exactly. PlayStation
Nerd.
4. You seem versed.
Supergiant Games is the best. They just released Hades last year.
Oh, right,
Or
right, right.
over early access.
Hades.
There's not a bad game in the Supergiant catalog. They're all so good.
All right, let's take a look. See what Supergiant.
Papa said nobody likes Nickelback, not even Canada. Wow, that's
That's not
tough.
true.
But...
I like Nickelback.
And then AJ said Fight Night Round 5 would actually be found on Olympus and Apex Legends. So,
What can?
because Electronic Arts and Respawn have their relationship, obviously, and so they put Fight Night into Apex Legends, in the fighting ring, the Pathfinder.
That's pretty cool.
Yay.
Huzzah!
Cool. And that's your This Day in Gaming History. Woo! All right, speaking
Bye.
of video games, real segue. We're going to have the Black Voices of Gaming freshman class promos Corrupt. It's actually a fighter, so we're going to have that trailer in the break. You can find out more through the Media Indie Exchange. They put black developers at the forefront with this program, an initiative to highlight developers with games coming out through 2022. All right, at 6:59, we have to say goodbye to the two on the left. Sean, your next full show will be Monday, correct?
Correct.
All right. And
I'll be here
GMS
Monday.
Plays returns as well?
Monday.
Wonder
What
what-
are you playing? The Ratchet game?
Undecided. Might do some Minecraft. I do want to finish the platinum for Ratchet and Clank, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do that on stream or if I'm going to do that this weekend.
I fixed your Minecraft destruction, but it's okay. We can blow it up again sometime.
Let's go push the buttons.
Let's add a third button, shall we? One thing I'll leave you with, this is from Lady O earlier in the hour. Funky fact, not a fun fact, but a funky fact. Vikings editions. Vikings used the bones of slain animals when smithing new weapons, believing this would enchant the weapons with the animal spirit. This actually made the weapon stronger because the carbon in the bones coupled with the iron, and it made a primitive version of steel.
That's an awesome fact.
You can take that
That's a
with
fun
you.
fact and and whatever else we just called it.
Speaking of as well, speaking of Vikings, Valheim is on sale on Steam. You should buy it, and then you can join our community world on Valheim.
The community world, huh?
We have a dedicated server. You do have to buy a mod, or not buy, download a mod for it though. But yeah.
Downs is requesting, since Downs is done with work today, can we please send a note for the boss that says, I'm knocking off 2? Yeah,
What,
sure.
what does that mean?
I don't know, but you should write it and send it to Downs, because that makes sense.
Sean, you're a doctor.
I'm on it.
All right.
It'll be on official letterhead.
Goodbye, Sean. Goodbye, Mike. We're going to miss you. Have a great rest
We
of
will
your
miss
Friday. Don't leave yet. Goodbye. We're going to miss you. Bye. Don't leave yet. Please, don't leave yet.
I'll
It hasn't
leave
switched
now.
over. I don't know why. Just make the the scene just switch.
We're
Oh my gosh.
vamping.
All right, we're here. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much. That is Back Rolls on the left. I am Hefty Goof. We'll come back with more Gaming Morning Show. We have our video clip that talks about equity in the education system. We have sports coming up as well in the 7 o'clock hour, so please stick with us. A lot more on the way. This edition of Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Contact
Hi, I'm Bob from Gaming Morning Show. You know, the voice from the box. As the proud owner of an amazing voice, I, like many of you, am familiar with the amazing voice of our friend Austin Attack. Her very popular music is available as a points redemption on her stream at twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. However, it is Austin's sound effects that are the real hidden gem. So today, we are offering you the greatest sound effects ever created by Austin Attack. Previously, these individual sound effects were only available for easy in-home playback by searching hours of VODs. But now, thanks to GMS, you can listen to these one-of-a-kind sound effects with our special edition 16 CD, 35 cassette tape, 1 Laserdisc set. For the first time, you can own Austin saying, "Beach."
Beach.
Plus, who can forget Austin makes a car
What
noise?
sound do cars make? Vroom, vroom.
Or that time that Austin tried to make the noise a dodgeball makes.
And then like a ball, like, peh, like.
No.
I was trying to make like a dodgeball sound.
And if you order now, we'll include the best of Grimm sound effects at no additional charge.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Grimm. Get the best of Austin Attack's special effects collection by sharing random cat pictures in our Discord. Please keep in mind this collection is fictitious, and you'll never actually receive anything except our love. And isn't that better anyway? Order your collection. Austin Attack. Songs for the beach.
Beach.
By calling 555, put it on a pancake, or visit our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. Our fulfillment department is standing by, which means you'll probably never see anything. They're so fired.
Through lonely days, we got better as they came. We are electrolytes glowing through the rain.
Gaming Morning Show. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Sports and community games. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. That is Back Rolls. I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for hanging out with us on Friday, June 25th, 2021. Take your Friday and put it on a pancake. It is good to see you, my friend. It's been far too long.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad to always be tuned in, and it's always a pleasure to be hosted too.
Well, and congratulations on getting up in the 5 o'clock hour. That's always a different perspective. What is your usual, because I know you're ambassador of the Final Hour crew. I know you're usually here at the FHC. What is your actual go-to wake-up time?
I'm usually like rolling out of bed like 7:30.
It's not bad.
So, yeah, not too bad. So when I was walking Mochi this morning, I was like, I'm usually only up this early if I'm like catching a flight. Like, you know that like you leave the house early and all the street lights are still on. I was like, that's what this feels like.
We have to do an airport pickup too. We got family coming into town for the weekend, so that'll be fun. My wife is gonna have to go pick them up here in like an hour. So if you hear a garage door open, you'll know why. It's Global Beatles Day. We talked about this in the first hour. You said auditions with Beatles music has actually benefited you quite a bit in life.
Yeah. Fun musical theater fact is that everybody sings cheesy musical theater and nobody sings the Beatles. So I used to sing Beatles for everything. It actually opened a lot of doors for me.
And are you still involved in like the acting community? What's kind of the latest in that regard?
The good thing about theater is that it never goes anywhere. You know, even in pandemic times, it was not happening, but the thirst for live performance doesn't go away. I was a cabaret full-time performer for a decade of my life. So right before the pandemic, that show closed. So it was fortuitous timing for me to hang it up, so to speak. But being online and being streaming also scratches a lot of that itch too. So that's the lovely thing about theater is like if I ever get the urge, it's always there.
Good morning to you, Jelly Bone Jabroni.
Top of the moron.
It is good
Good morning,
to see
Jelly.
you, Jelly, one of my favorite people on the internet. What is your favorite Beatles song? It was in the year 1960 on a foggy island found northwest of Spain. The music history changed forever, writes daysoftheyear.com. 4 young proto-gods came together to form what would be one of the most influential rock bands to ever come out of England, if not the entire world. We're speaking, of course, of the Beatles. Paul McCartney, George Harrison, John Lennon, and Ringo Starr. These 4 boys came together to change the world one song at a time. Here's some Beatles fun facts. They've sold more than 600 million albums across the world. In the US alone, they've sold over 1.6 billion singles. They have knocked themselves off the #1 position in the UK chart twice. They've won 7 Grammys, and Hey Jude spent 19 weeks in the charts. They've had more #1 hit singles on the Billboard Hot 100 chart than any other band with 20 #1s.
Well, when you started that whole blurb, I was like, proto-gods? And then you read off the list of their accomplishments, and I was like, oh yeah, and they did that in 4 years.
Actually, I'm happy you brought that up in the first hour.
Grammys probably not. But...
Well, yeah, but I'm happy you brought that up in the first hour because that has actually never dawned on me. The fact that it was such a tight timeline, right?
The Beatles were only active for 4 years, and they wrote all of that. What?
And obviously, with the death of John Lennon, right, there was never really a chance for them to ever have a reunion or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it's an interesting moment in time to have all that success early. And I was even wondering as I read this thing about more #1 hits, I was like, well, is that a product too of their era, right? Was there less competition? Were things rated so the Beatles could be in their favor? I don't even know if that's true. I just thought that when I was reading it, and then in 4 years they were just so dominant. They were a dynasty. So let's see. My chest tattoo is from the Beatles song "All You Need Is Love." It was my first tattoo. That's a good Beatles song. And Jelly, you sent a DM on Discord, friend, as a reminder to myself. Okay, Papa, thank you for using the chat as your reminder spot. We're going to play some more Rocket League, and we'll get back into some of the news. We have Jellystone Park news coming up for you. We also have a Nintendo Switch train controller on the horizon, so stick around for that. We'll also share the short YouTube video focused around equity in education. It's entitled, in fact, "This is Equity" from the Alliance for Continuous Improvement. We'll have that coming up for you at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. Do you have any weekend plans?
Oh, goodness. So partner and I are planning a wedding. So that's one of the reasons I am on a Twitch hiatus of sorts, because there's a lot of things to plan. So we actually just tried our hand at baking our wedding cake last night. It was attempt #1. So probably more of that kind of stuff. I need a suit. I don't wear that kind of thing.
I have no suit advice for you. I've always been a rental suit person by and large, so
You're not well suited to give that advice.
Oh, I like how you sip the coffee as you're doing it too.
It just rolls off the tongue sometimes.
It really did.
The puns are painful and fast and furious sometimes.
And that's what Gaming Morning Show is
Oh
good at.
no.
Oh, it hit the roof. Or the crossbar, I should say, not the roof. The roof is literally above us.
But sometimes words plus Rocket League, nah.
Nah.
You can't. I don't expect you to have proper terminology during a Rocket League.
Well, it's hard enough for me to have proper terminology for just life, so that's appreciated. I always do think that's good. I will admit we did have fun playing Words on Stream yesterday with Lucy the First, who is a Words on Stream expert host. So that was a lot of fun. Went to Lucy's stream later on in the day, and actually was like in the top 3 for like a second, and then quickly found my niche, which is to be in the Lucy the First caboose crew at the very tail end. Nice shot.
Thank you.
We're asking what kind of cake from Jellybone.
What kind of cake? So the first one we are planning is Earl Grey lavender cake. And then the second one, the flavors are still in transit. We're thinking like a vanilla caramel chai cake.
Man, those could be good.
They could be. After doing our first crumb coating, which is very intimidating, I'm a little less frightened.
I
On
watch
it, I got boost.
I watch
Not on it, I missed.
a YouTube channel from, gosh, I never remember his name, but his like acronym for his name is like JRR or something like that. But the name of the channel is You've Been Deserted, and does all these great cakes. But that's where I first learned about the crumb coat. Right? I had no clue any of that
It's
stuff
essential.
existed. Yes,
It's
is
essential. Otherwise, if you try to frost it without a crumb coat, you're asking for a world of a gloopy mess.
Oh, I tried to pop it up and I just missed my angle.
Oh, too much mustard.
Good
on that
morning
hot
to you,
dog.
Chrissy. It is good to see you this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. Everyone was raving about Chrissy's desk in the Discord
It's
yesterday.
beautiful. I saw the pictures. Good morning, Chrissy. And you made that from a door, I think that's awesome. That's right, because yesterday was the upcycling day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you had an actual great example for us. Oh, no.
Nice.
Sorry. I had to scooch right past you for that one. Forgive my Midwesternness.
I was gonna say that sounded totally Midwestern. I love it.
Just gonna scoot right past you.
1 week in Wisconsin. All right. That's a really good TikTok account that I can't tell you what it's called, but it's like, oh, we're gonna go to have a fish fry. Which, by the way,
was a good one.
I had my first Wisconsin fish fry, gosh, probably 4 years ago or so, because a friend of mine got married in Wisconsin. Had met somebody whose family was based out of Wisconsin, and it was pretty okay. I mean, I like fish and chips, so it kind of fit into my wheelhouse. But it was neat how it was like caught that day and then fried up that day, right? Like,
Nice.
it was
Yes, that sounds the
fresh.
delicious food and the fresh fish fry.
yeah.
And the shot.
Yeah,
That
we
was
kind of
delightful.
combined well for that. Proud of us. If there are two things Ryan is good at, it's defending the goal and rolling the R's. Absolutely, Gray. Yes. Join me as we romance.
Although
ourselves.
you did have a compliment in there about your drifting while turning, because that is pretty essential. I am playing Rocket League, so I didn't get to see who said it, but
That was our good
I
friend
concur, that
AJ
is
Storm,
essential.
who carried me to an Apex Legends win this morning prior to the show.
You play Morning Apex before this?
I hadn't for a long time, but I did.
I
this
can
morning.
roll my R's, Jelly.
Are you sure that was kind of there?
I can roll my R's.
Look at that. That was awesome. Romance would be proud. It's never good when I start to like bring up some phlegm whilst trying to roll my R's. I'm probably using the wrong part of my mouth.
Yeah, it's the tip of your tongue. You're going back for that. You're going like German dialect. Ah,
Yes, I am. That sounds about right. Well, I have like this weird like piece of skin. Like I think it's called a tongue tie. Like I have this piece of skin that like makes me like stick my tongue out basically to my bottom lip is all.
oh, like the flap on the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Like I could do something like this where it's like, and that's about as far as I can stick out my tongue. So, which it's hard to see on camera, but it's not very far. So it's like,
I don't necessarily know if those are linked, but I'll buy it.
it's just like how my background turns my face red. Because it's definitely my background, not my blood pressure. Quick Nintendo, you did that part. Oh, so you're saying it wasn't a carry. I do not agree. I got carried, and AJ carry stormed. That's not the way that works. I
Oh,
got
no.
AJ carried. There we go.
I sabotaged. Well,
Oh,
I
was
really didn't want to go to overtime, apparently.
According to Jelly,
I was heading toward the goal and boink.
According to Jelly, I was even getting closer to a Jewish there with my back of the throat sound. So I'll work on my
Almost,
impressions for
it's
y'all.
almost a l'chaim, it's true. Oh, in front?
Oh, just off.
Oh, that was a good clear on their part.
Yes, it's my background, AJ. I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely my background. Oh, nice. They deked me.
That was some good play.
We got our video coming up after this. You can go to gamingmorningshow.tv/weekofaction.html to learn more about the GMS Week of Action. We will continue to do these, by the way, going forward with different themes for each one that we choose, and would love to get your feedback in Discord and on Twitter, so you can always find us there. And let us know some things that you would like us to focus on as a community in the future. Well, remember when this game was 3-2?
It was close for a moment.
I kind of got distracted, I'm not going to lie.
It's all good. The winner is fun. That's what I do to say. That's what I say to prevent myself from getting tilted at games.
The winner is fun. Are you drinking coffee this morning?
I am indeed. Oh, I can't function without it. If you don't want to see me attempt to be a person and helping you through games or hosting without it.
What kind of coffee do you go for?
We just go for Starbucks pre-ground because it's convenient to pick up from the grocery store. It's what we got. Although when I'm feeling like adventurous and pulling out the coffee bean grinder, Phil's Coffee in the Bay Area is really good.
Hey, Pop.
I've been intending to send you some.
Hey, Papa, could you write that one down in our notes, otherwise known as chat, and then that can remind me to look into it. Phil's Coffee in San Francisco. Nice work.
I'll take one.
I refuse to not drink coffee. Oh, man, AJ, I don't remember. So the first question was mermaid out of water. I found mermaid early on. That's all I can remember. So I do not remember the tree, how that came to be. But, I mean, if anything, mermaid was probably someone I started following week 1 of having GMS, at least as a Twitch account. So that's the answer to that. I know mermaid does a lot of, like, crafting and certain things along those lines. We have raided Mermaid a couple of times, but Mermaid streams early Pacific time as well. I want to say Mermaid's on when I wake up at the 3 o'clock hour a lot of times. So, Chrissy, what kind of coffee are you drinking? It's at 7:23 on the West Coast, 10:23 on the East, 3:23 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Nice work. I once I found out I could get Starbucks in the big bags shipped to me, I started to do that on a recurring basis because I always was peeved by having the smaller bags and having to throw them away. Are there compostable coffee bags?
That's a good question.
Because I've been trying to find them, even like Stumptown Coffee, which is based in Portland, which, like, in my mind, I still view as a very small coffee place. When they're clearly not. Stumptown is huge. I always expected them to
in the Bay Area too.
Yeah, I expected them to have compostable bags, and I can't find it. So.
Well, I suppose the issue there is that the way coffee is stored, you wouldn't want the packaging to start to break down since coffee is already so good for composting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why. I am not a food packaging expert, so that is me literally guessing.
All right, Nintendo, we're going to have you work on that for the next time you guest host. If you could become a food packaging expert by the time that we meet again, that would be huge. So,
I'm on it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and play this video. This comes from Alliance for Continuous Improvement. It is a common Creative Commons license, so this is why we're playing this. It's always hard to find something that you can share on stream with permission. I found about 487 TED Talks that I would have shared over the course of GMS Week of Action, but for what it's worth, and this is always good to share knowledge, TED Talks will let you play them on a stream, kind of a podcast realm, right? You just have to get permission ahead of time, and it takes several weeks to do that, which I did not know. And so then going into the next week of action as we come up with our theme, that's something that we would like to try to do, is have some TED Talks shared, but of course with permission. So we will play this video. It was developed by the Alliance of Continuous Improvement. It's called This is Equity, and it provides a concise, compelling way for local educators, families, students, and community groups to help engage with their schools and districts in important conversations to better understand and meet the needs of every student. And we share that right now on Gaming Morning Show.
Start my own clothing brand.
I'm hoping to go to a four-year college and major in architecture.
I want to be an animator.
I want to practice law. I want to help either in civil law or immigration law because those are the things that I see that are needed in my community to like move forward.
It is completely true that all students have the ability to succeed. And the only reason students are not succeeding is because they are not close enough to the opportunities that will allow them to succeed.
Education was not built for everyone, and that's the problem. And until we really start looking at that reasons behind it and look at all the isms that play into the classroom, we truly can't do what we need to do for all children.
Oftentimes, the adults and the system around us are blaming the kids for their failures. What our work is about is looking at the system around the student that is producing these outcomes.
Students that go through different things such as homelessness, foster care, even people who migrate to this country or like move states need more support to just go through the education system because they have to deal with like coping with what happened to them or what is happening to them.
Newcomers and English language learners, I feel like they don't get enough support.
What I think of what stood in the way of my success is the student-to-teacher ratio. I wouldn't say I didn't learn anything, but if I needed one-on-one help, I didn't always get it.
As you can see, I'm a Black woman, and obviously like the system was not constructed for like people of color to succeed. So every day I felt like I had to struggle extra hard to succeed in my classes.
We really have an opportunity to do better and to see students from a really asset-based lens, and it's really on us as adults and on the system to change the policies and practices and procedures that we are implementing that further perpetuate structural racism and the gaps that we see.
Some students come to us needing more. There are deficits of learning by the time they get to us because of that structural racism. They don't have the supports. Their needs aren't being met by their communities. And so we have to overcome all of that and catch them up and advance them.
Educational equity, ultimately it's when every child has the opportunity to succeed in education, regardless of race, regardless of zip code, regardless of color, regardless of ethnicity, where every child has an opportunity to succeed.
So how can we do everything that we can to meet the child where they are? That's what equity is.
And so we have to be willing in our system to give more to those who need more when they need it.
Students, parents, and families are in classrooms every day, so who better to determine what solutions are than the folks who are closest to what's actually happening every day?
We should always listen to students. And we should always ask students what is happening for them and what are their ideas and what are their needs.
It can start by focusing on a small group of students who are experiencing success. And we can do this by listening to their stories, understanding the communities they're from, asking their feedback. And if we do this and we identify their needs, it'll actually build the capacity of the system to impact the whole.
We need more resources in school specifically that serves Black and brown students because these students have to work extra hard and do like double the work just to succeed.
For me, having a trusted adult at the school is very helpful because then you always have someone to talk to here.
I think it would be helpful if the teachers got to know me more and like interact with the students.
If you look at the kids that have stuff going on at home and stuff and you put in the work to help them, then it can really change their lives.
I stress myself out, so I feel like there should be therapists at each school because it can really help kids.
Especially first-generation college students need more support on what to expect in their future college experience and how to navigate through all that.
It's the ways our systems are set up, like it's very segregated by like neighborhood and race, class, ability. And if we make policies to like integrate schools, not just like physically, but economically, then it will just better the education system for everyone.
What we're seeing more and more today is that belonging and equity are connected. You cannot produce a curriculum, a policy, a treatment of people in a disparaging way if you feel like they belong. You just can't do it. We have to move people to see that other children making it means their child is making it. And if somebody's child is not making it, it means their child is not making it. That's a hard turn for people to make, but that's what's required for people to see that equity is in all of their interests.
We need to actually put our money where our mouth is and resource and invest in education so that we can achieve the outcomes that equity envisions.
I know we will be successful. It's not going to come tomorrow, unfortunately, and it will be a battle, but we will eventually get what's needed in order to truly educate all of our children, regardless of where they live.
That was from the Alliance for Continuous Improvement. And one thing that I resonate with is I was a first-generation college student, but also came from a much more privileged perspective than a lot of first-generation college students. And the reason that I bring that up is because college has become such an expenditure. It's not as accessible as it used to be. It puts a burden on a lot of folks who go through college. And if you're not maximizing the opportunities that college can bring, it's not the most ideal situation. And I thought about that as that video was going on, where like there's so many things that I wish I would have known heading into my collegiate experience that would have helped me, and I would have got more use out of all the 4 years I spent getting a bachelor's degree. And that is just one thing that resonated with me in that video. As you could tell, that was created by a foundation based out of California, but the reason that we played it in the scope of the GMS Week of Action is to at least suggest that likely in all of our neighborhoods, there is some sort of form of education. And so if there is a common ground, whether you're based on the West Coast of the U.S., in the Midwest, if you're out on the East Coast, or if you're out of the country, because we do have so many of you who take the time to join us outside of the United States, maybe that is a baseline where if you do have an hour to spend utilizing your resources, your finances, or your time, that could be a baseline for all of us to contribute. So that's why we chose to share that video today, and we will link it to our page at gamingmorningshow.tv/week of action. That is Backrolls on the left. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you so much for being here. Jelly saying it's never been accessible, honestly. Which one thing that we're focusing on with GMS Week of Action too is intersectionality, right? And some of the themes that we talk about with our focus in one realm can apply in other places. And so I thought about ableism a lot this week, and you've been a great vocal source of not only information but just food for thought for me, Jelly. So thank you for bringing that to our attention this morning as you did. Coming up at the end of the hour, we'll share a link to more from the Jen Fry Talks book that we've been sharing this week. And those have specific examples of ways that you can take action that I still also believe plays a role in that intersectionality. So what time is it? We have 7:35 on the West Coast, 10:35 out on the East. We will still do sports coming up a little bit later in the hour. You brought something neat to my attention, Backrolls, and that was this new animated show that's coming out that has like this animation style from Thundercats Roar.
You seem mixed.
Well, I wanted Thundercats Roar. I wanted it to be awesome, but I've never loved this animation style. And so for some reason, I think that from the beginning, I judged it based on that. And I need to take an actual hard look at Thundercats Roar. But they're deciding to bring this to what? Yogi? Is that what's happening?
To Yogi Bear.
Wow.
Yeah. Where Hanna-Barbera is apparently going to try to do this this revamp treatment, much like a lot of the other classics of 80s and beyond.
And this story
Now,
comes from
now how
Polygon,
these are all going to be met? I don't know. And there's all these there's so many different animated reboots, and there's something like this on one end of the spectrum, and then a couple weeks ago we were looking at, I know I shared it in the GMS Discord, like the Masters of the Universe, the He-Man remake coming to Netflix. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I had found that thanks to you and But Why Though, they had sent it out as well, and that was from that production house that Kate was talking so admirably about, and then later on they had a panel
Yes,
with
they
them
did
as well. And when I watched that Masters of the Universe trailer, all I could think is that's what I want Thundercats to look like. I want it to come back and be made with that group. So we'll see if that ever happens. Tasha Robinson of Polygon is the one who wrote the article you shared with me, and it's going to be HBO Max that'll have this. They revealed it yesterday, a trailer for Jellystone, with an exclamation point, and that is a comedy cartoon series that revives the world of Hanna-Barbera and bring back the like of Yogi Bear, Boo Boo, and Huckleberry Hound. Also, they'll go deep cut, according to this, including, and I'll just read a few, Lippy the Lion, the Genie Shazan, and the Little Duck Yaki Doodle. Don't know anything about any of those back rolls, but apparently they're going deep into the vault.
Right over my head. There's going to be one person that's like, Yaki Doodle! And
dust out your Yaki Doodle.
good for them. Good for
Yaki
them.
Doodle shirts. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
The merch.
As long as they have infinite scrolling backgrounds, that was always a Hanna-Barbera staple, right? Where they made the same
That's
background
true.
loop.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Apparently, somebody said that the characters like Peter Potamus and Wally Gator made guest appearance on a heavily referential cartoon series called, or like Harvey Birdman. Let's see, this has to do with, if nothing else, a trailer showing the game of ID the character for extremely old school animation fans. There's even apparently something called the Laugh Olympics that might have some sort of cameo in this Hanna-Barbera series called Jellystone. So you can look for it.
If you're a fan, we brought that up because we knew we did have some Yogi Bear fans in the house.
Remember?
Or at least Yogi Bear impersonators,
Yes.
Jelly in the house.
Yeah, let's give Jelly a shout out. That happened on the 5 Questions GMS interview that we did with Jelly, and Jelly, I think, surprised even herself with the the impressions. So you can find that on our YouTube page. I'm gonna have you jump back in to the party for Rocket League. It kicked us out, and then we'll play one more 2v2. We'll do sports, and then we'll head to the 8 o'clock break. Coming up in the 8 o'clock break, we are going to show you a trailer. This one is going to be for the game called Grid Force, which is a shoot-'em-up RPG focused on recruiting and involving dozens of unique and diverse characters. We'll share a link to that Twitter account as well. It is now 7:30.
Party in?
Yeah, I'll send you one more. 7:39, 10:39 on the East Coast, 3:39 for those watching in the UK. Thanks for being here on Beatles Day. So I think Chrissy was here after we started talking about that. Do you have any favorite Beatles songs? Digital Doc Games checks in too. The same thing for you on Beatles Day. Were you a huge Beatles fan, and do you have any favorite Beatles songs?
You're asking me? You're
Yes,
asking
but
Doc.
also, of course, Digital Doc too, who just checked in. Good moron to you.
Yesterday, I think, is one of my favorites.
Did you see that movie that came out? Wasn't it titled Yesterday?
Oh, the one where the guy invents all the Beatles songs and nobody
Yes.
has heard of the Beatles?
Yes.
I wanted to see that. I heard that was actually really solid. I did not see that, but I wanted to watch that.
I'm not
It
making
was,
that up, chat,
like,
right? That was called
in and out of
Yesterday.
theaters.
Right?
I think it might have been called Yesterday. It was a cute movie, says Digital Doc. Nice.
What are you talking about? Your me and your monkey.
This is a reminder that GMS is a family program.
Your disclaimer voice is pretty on point.
Oh, thank you. All I have to do is speed it up. Read off symptoms real fast.
Not valid in Puerto Rico or the lower 48 states.
Oh, is it just gonna bounce all the way there? Almost.
Gaming Morning Show may take whatever you have and put it on a pancake.
Gaming Morning Show is not responsible for morning sweats while drinking copious amounts of coffee. No! Almost. All I was going to do was knock it in faster.
Jelly said, okay, the blue meanies in Yellow Submarine gave me nightmares. Was that a movie or a music video?
It was a movie.
Really?
The Yellow Submarine movie is wild if you have not seen it. It's wild.
Like
and the
trippy
Blue
wild?
Meanie really... Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very much so.
What's scarier, some of the puppets from Labyrinth or these things?
You know, they come from the same... Well, I guess Yellow Submarine would have been 70s, but that same vein of, like, family entertainment, but actually really dark. So I'd put them kind of on par.
Interesting.
Boing,
Nice shot.
caught him sleeping.
Man, you've been midfielding it really well today.
Midfield is all I can do, though. So
You won
funny.
that one
I was playing some like Fall Guys with a friend of mine, and they were watching after play. I used to stream a lot of Rocket League too, and they were like, "Oh my god, you play Fall Guys, Fall Ball the exact same way you play Rocket League." And I was like, "Midfield is all I know."
That might be... Nope. I was hoping that was centering.
Ah. Oh no, they got that one. I got it.
Get in there! Oh, nice save.
Good save.
They
I will tell
scared me
them so.
more than Sketzies. What's a Sketsy? They look like birds? Man, I have to watch this Yellow Submarine
Isn't the
show.
Sketzies Labyrinth?
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Or was
the
that?
names.
Or was that? Were they Black Cauldron? Were Skeksis Black Cauldron, or Dark Crystal rather? Black Cauldron is Disney.
I remember mostly the things that kind of looked like AAs in Labyrinth that did like the dance number, and they would like
Oh,
like,
yeah.
David Bowie like would they pull off their heads and throw them around.
Yeah, God, I loved the puppets Jim Henson made in the '80s. Like when he had to build all the practical stuff.
Sketzies are from Dark Crystal.
They are cool. I did remember. I watched that only as an adult, and that would have been messed up as a child. But I
Oh.
loved it as an adult.
I was gonna say follow-up question: what's Dark Crystal's about?
It's a standalone movie. It was years ago that I watched it. A Dark Crystal. I can't remember the specifics, but I remember the puppets are really cool. I probably could have just let that keep going and it might have made it in. No.
Nice defense.
Thank you. Ah, I missed it.
I grew up on that. Labyrinth puppets. They're similar to Labyrinth puppets, I feel. And Interview with a Vampire being read to me. Interesting.
I saw the Interview with a Vampire movie way too young. Like way too young. There's a lot of nakedness in that movie.
A lot of nakedness.
And like I know she's supposed to be an adult, but Kirsten Dunst does not meet a good end in that movie, and she was a child actress, so it was kind of messed up to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that movie. I did watch like
It's a great movie, but
I watched like Bram Stoker's Dracula when I was like 11, but I don't.
Oh, the one where Keanu Reeves goes Budapest.
Wasn't Tom Cruise?
He's the worst.
In Bram
It's
Stoker's?
Keanu Reeves and Gary Oldman.
Okay.
And Winona Ryder and God, who's it's so long since I've seen that.
Keanu.
Highly recommend. Same. Jelly also saw the Interview with the Vampire movie too early.
Yeah, AJ, I'll answer the question from above. Just radio happened to be something that I was always talking. I mean, it's still my number one favorite thing to do. I just like talking. And as a result, when I was in high school, my mother had happened to work at a radio station near where we lived before I had been born. And we were at a basketball game that I played junior varsity at. And so when the varsity game was being broadcast on the radio, she went to one of her former coworkers and asked, hey, would you mind if my son sat in with you? He's interested in this kind of thing. And
that's awesome.
They put me on the air, and I did okay. The radio is definitely that success is a combination of preparation and luck. I just happened to get somebody was like, yeah, have him hop in with me. And then I did a pretty okay job because I was prepared as much as I could be prepared for that first instance. And it was enough where they wanted to have me back. And then I started working at the station in the summers. And yeah, it was just a good springboard. And a lot of places that you can start, AJ, because you mentioned the reason you asked that question is because you're thinking about it. Community radio stations, those that are like public radio oriented or small frequency type radio stations, but also now with the invention of the internet, being able to do, we had Lucy the First on yesterday, who's part of Global DJs Radio, right? That's an independent online only radio station. There's a lot of ways to get your foot in the door. And if anyone's ever interested in talking more about that kind of stuff, I am. And you can find me in our Discord. So go there. What do we got? 7:47. Man, this show is going fast. It's the last show of the week. It is Friday. Hope everyone's excited for the weekend. Almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast. 3:47 for those in the UK side of things. We got sports coming up where Backrolls will play Did the Mets Win? Aren't you excited?
We'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, I mean, the good news is it's a yes or a no, or they didn't play. It's one of those three. So you have a 33.33 repeating, of course, chance of getting it right. It's not bad odds.
I'll take it.
The funniest
I've done worse.
The funniest thing I saw on sports Twitter recently was apparently the Rockies out of Colorado are really bad. Okay, and I didn't know that, but our good friend Hofbrew is a Rockies fan, and the other day we were talking about it. He said, "Yeah, they're really bad this year." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So apparently on the 28th of June, Monday, they're having Opening Day 2.0. Opening Day in baseball is huge, right? Because they've, pitchers and catchers report and they do spring training for like 30 days. And then Opening Day gets here and it's a big deal. And then the Cubs lose and then they're going to be miserable for the whole year. That's kind of my experience with baseball.
Yeah, my father's a Cubs fan, so that's pretty much my experience of it.
Yeah, so the Rockies
are gonna be a new year,
and so they're going to try to reboot the year earlier than normal. They're going to try to reboot the year 2 months in, 3 months in, and they're selling $6.28 tickets.
They really need people in those seats.
They really do. This is where it backfires.
$6.28 seats. But it's still going to be $25 beer.
I know. Well, that's why they want you in the $6.28 seats.
How they get you. That's how they get you.
But yeah, I tell you what, Coors Field is a cool venue. It's huge, though. I mean, most baseball stadiums are. There's you need to build baseball stadiums to be like, I don't know, 10,000 fans. Because then you actually
they
can
look like
pack
airports
it up.
now.
I know. It's crazy. Although the one in your neck of the woods, AT&T Park, well, I think that's what it's called now.
Yeah. Oh no, is it they? Oh, that is what they changed it to.
It was Pac Bell for I don't know what the hell it is. It is beautiful.
Giants. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Right downtown, I went to a pub.
I actually got to sing the anthem for the Giants once.
Are you serious?
For the series. The last time they were good.
Did you say for the World Series you sang the national anthem?
Yeah, I name dropped earlier that I was in a cabaret show. Like we sang for. It wasn't televised or anything. It's not that special.
That's pretty cool, to be honest. You don't have like in-house video from it or anything like that?
Photo somewhere, but probably not video.
Huh. I'm gonna have to reach out to the Giants. Do you happen to remember exactly what series it was?
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some digging. I have connections in that world. All right, 7:50 on the West Coast. It's time for sports, and so we're gonna put you on the spot right away. Let's ask you Backrolls. On this day, June 25th, 2021, on the heels of last night, did the Mets win? Yes, no, or they did not play?
Okay. My logic here is that they were just in a game yesterday because Mike just answered this question, but I don't know if they're in a playoff right now because I have no concept of baseball plus time.
I will help you. Rockies are just starting opening day 2.0, okay? So the playoffs are still far enough away where the Rockies are having a second revival of the regular season. So you're in good shape with the playoff thing. They did play, as you said, on Wednesday night, so you're accurate about that. But did they play on Thursday night?
I'm going to say they did not play.
All right, back rolls is locked in. They did not play. Looking at the Major League Baseball scoreboard, Yankees beat the Royals 8-1, Oakland over Texas 5-1, and that was one of 10 games played yesterday, none of which involved the New York Mets. You are
ding, ding, ding.
Correct.
Yes.
Back rolls nails it. The Mets did not play yesterday, and instead, you can get the Mets action you've been craving, Chad, by watching them host Philadelphia today at 1:10 Pacific time. Craving
nice.
The Mets, imagine. In hockey, Papa Paz has been trying to contain excitement. The Montreal Canadiens are into the Stanley Cup final. They get a 3-2 overtime win yesterday over Vegas to win the series 4-2. It was Philip Denault. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just saw Philip Denault's name. I have no clue what happened. Anyway, the Canadiens won.
It's a good name to yell.
Yes.
It's like an interjection.
And Cole,
Philip Denault.
and Cole Caulfield. I don't know what happened. But Carey Price had 37 shots saved. So good job by the goalie for the Canadiens. Oh, okay, let me run that back. It was Arturi Lekonen's goal with 1:39 into overtime that won the game for the Montreal Canadiens, and the Habs are into the Stanley Cup final. Is that better? Did I do a good job there? And Denault is pronounced Dano. We're crushing it right now. Back rolls. Well, the one thing that I'm most excited about
your
with
pronunciations kill me. It's
I
like,
know.
That's part of why we stick around.
Yeah, what are we up to? I don't even remember the number. It is at 100. We're still at 100. Don't cancel me. Get out of here, Papa Paws. It's not like I pride myself on being a sports broadcaster or anything.
I can't believe you would not listen to Pappy Pals and not listen to the mispronunciations.
Happy pals. Oh my gosh. So it'll be the Canadiens against either the Islanders or Tampa Bay. Game 7 of their semifinal is tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific. But that's worth noting. This will be the first ever Stanley Cup final that'll feature two traditionally Eastern Conference teams because of the way they had to play the year this year. It'll be Canadiens versus either Islanders or Lightning. Well, of course Leikonen was mispronounced. Look at that spelling. You think I'm going to be able to get that on the first try? Come on, Papa. Come on.
I mean, we don't even know if it's accurate now.
Yeah. Yeah.
3rd try? 8th try?
I don't think anybody actually knows how to say it. It's a mystery.
Nope.
Also, last thing on sports, Clippers beat the Suns 106-92, so Clippers take their first game in the Western Conference NBA Finals. Oh, yeah, you're getting I never switched that back. Thank you. I had to switch that to play the YouTube audio, and so you were getting every single sound that was coming out of my actual internal ears. So I just wanted to make it so that you could be part of the show, Chrissy.
That's the experience. That's the Ryan experience.
It's called immersion.
Next, he's going to send the coffee to your home so you can sip it at the same time and have a full sensory experience.
That's delicious.
This is like that, like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the ride.
It is funny because I had to pick the notification sound. I needed something that would get my attention, and I specifically chose one of, like, the very common Windows sounds because...
Oh, so everyone right now has been like, oh, no, that's not me.
Trying to reboot her computer. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here, chat. We're going to take a break. Like I said, stick around. We're going to show one more game trailer as we've been doing all week from the Media Indie Exchange's Black Voices in Gaming freshman class. Stick around for that. Next hour, community games. Backrolls will tell us about a train controller for a Nintendo Switch. And we'll have our takeaways that were pretty okay. It is Friday, June 25th, 2021. Thank you for being here on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We will be right back. It's stalling. It's stalling. Switch.
Everybody get up, it's a party song.
Live on Update Watch 2021. And if you see what we originally thought was only going to be a 60%, I'm motioning to nothing. There's nothing there. I need an error. I need a point. If you see right here, that's a progress bar. And we're not making much progress, but we are 12% more than we were last time we checked. We'll have more news coming up here shortly. With
Too bad you're not at 69. That would've been awesome.
I was at 69 something this morning. What was it?
I'm sorry, what?
It was a mispronunciation counter. See, I have proof. Look at that 71, but I promise there were two. We have a story about a Survivor champ who created a startup. It's so good that we've teased it twice in 2 days.
Let's wait till tomorrow.
Okay, we'll tell you about that coming up tomorrow on Gaming Morning Show.
Next Tuesday.
All right, what do you got? Survivor
I will
champ.
tell you a story today.
It's from TechCrunch.
Whatever.
Daryl Ethan.
Yeah.
All right, stick around. Coming up when we return, Kiki Hello.
Kiki what? Did you just call her Kiki Ho?
No, that would be absurd.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay and the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3 right now.
Morning. My throat just not able to do that this morning.
You almost didn't make it through that one that time.
I don't know. Well, it's been tough all morning, but that one just ran away from me. What is happening? To end the week so miserably. Oh, it's Mochi. Hi, look at the pop.
Mochi has joined us for the final hour because he already had his walk, so this is his usual active time in the final hour crew. he felt that it was necessary.
Mochi's sitting here like, why are we not on a leash and why are we still in this house?
Right? He's like, oh, I thought that was bonus walk. I thought that was the deal.
Well, it is good that Mochi could be here to guest host. Backroll's also glad you could accompany Mochi. So,
absolutely, he does need his bodyguard. So
he looks very content and happy.
He loves a lap. It's true.
Oh, look at the licks! Look at the licks. We're gonna play some Knockout City this morning.
Oh, okay.
I kind of feel like activating a GMS gaming hour. I think we're gonna do that for the final hour and focus a little bit more on the gameplay. But we leave in the fun, to use a Frozen term. That's Papa Pa's favorite movie, by the way. Papa Pa's loves Frozen. Says it all the time. You can see it on his Twitter timeline.
I think I saw it in his Twitter bio, actually.
Said it was specifically an S tier movie, so I'm not making that up.
Oh, are we gonna tier the Disney movies? Because Frozen is not S tier.
No, I don't want to go back into
Frozen's
that world.
Not S tier.
That was painful. That was painful. Down says Papa Paws is Frozen. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes way more sense now. I'm proud of you, though. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. Today is Take Your Dog to Work Day, which, by the way, is specifically apparently the Friday after Father's Day every year. So it's not one of those date holidays. It is one of those days of the week holidays.
Like Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So you.
All right, he's made his lap cameo and he's off.
By the way, and people can't see him, so I'm going to put you full screen really quick. You have on your right-hand side, you have Mario and Luigi hat plushies. Is this what I'm seeing over there?
I do indeed. Actually, this one was a Christmas gift years ago, and then like 2 weeks ago on Amazon, I saw it had a match, and I was like, I'm getting the Luigi.
For sure. Look at those. That's really
They're
cool.
actually delightfully squishy too. Highly recommend.
Yeah,
If you're in the need for some Nintendo novelty pillows in your house.
Well, and more so, like, nothing's worse than when you get the pillow that's not squishy, and then, like, you have it on your couch, and you're ready to take a nap, and then you go lay down, and it's like, this isn't helping me at all. Like, throw pillows that some have.
No, pillows, especially throw pillows, they need to function. You need to be able to like grab them, squish them, hug them for a good nap. That's important.
Yes, I agree. All right, we're going to play some Knockout City this morning. It's also Goat Cheese Day, Strawberry Parfait Day, Color TV Day, National Catfish Day, which is specifically the actual fish and not just a term for somebody who you knew and then it turned out they were lying to you. And also National Leon Day, which our good expert of the holiday season, One Look It's Michael, informed us that's Noel spelled backwards and the exact halfway point between the date of Christmas and now.
Which, okay, why not? Are we, oh, I should confirm that you're ready. Should we just go into it?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. That's great. Thank you for checking. Welcome to the Final Hour crew. Of course, we have one of our ambassadors here, guest host Backrolls, and now Chris M. Yee has checked in.
Greetings, Final Hour
Morning,
crew
Chris.
ambassador Chris M. Yee.
Chris says already, I am delightfully squishy. Got to start riding that exercise bike again. How has the bike been going? Because I think that that's still a good plan that you had. Something you can still do whilst watching Twitch streams.
Ah, nice. I need to get back on the horse, but so to speak. But Ring Fit Adventure has been quite a delight.
Oh, how long have you had that? Because that was out of stock for a really long time, right?
I got it before the Panini, so it was actually like went before it was a novelty and everyone wanted to work out at home. It was pretty easy to get your hands on it. So I've had it for about I guess now like a year and a half. I remember like I was saying it was like, this is one of the top games of 2019. You should get it. And everyone was like, okay. And then everybody wanted it in 2020.
Good moron, Calaf.
Hello, FHC.
Here with the Final Hour crew checking in. Calaf, the head of research and development at Gaming Morning Show. Good to see you this morning. Chris says, it hasn't been going. That's how I became delightfully squishy. Fair enough.
Oh my god, that chair. I need it.
I like how we're playing with someone named Nerd Herd,
poses.
and your Twitter handle's Nintendo Nerds. I mean,
I love it.
We have camaraderie. Good morning, Project Aurora. You don't understand what now?
These little lollipops, or popsicles rather. I don't know, but I got 2 of them.
Oh no! Oh no! I had the guy in the little capture ball, and then went to go throw him, and he got out.
Damn.
Gold team takes the lead.
I almost thought I had him. Good morning, Project Aurora. It is good to see you on Gaming Morning Show. We have raided Project Aurora
Hello,
a couple
FHC.
of times here with the Final Hour crew this morning. The person you see in front of you, Project Aurora, that is Backrolls, one half of Nintendo Nerds and a longtime viewer of the show. Guest hosting with us today on Gaming Morning Show.
Currently getting styled on in Knockout City. Ooh, never mind.
Nice.
Nice teamwork. Ooh, ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's been great to see you. We don't always get a chance to see you, Aurora. What have you been playing lately? And today is actually Beatles Day, believe it or not. So we've been asking everybody what their favorite Beatles song is. Or if you even, in fact, like the Beatles, which is always worth asking because you can't assume that everybody likes a certain band. So I always like to ask that question. Oh, I thought I had that.
Yeah, they got some good people on their team.
We said my answer was Helter Skelter, which made me concerned that I was a bad Beatles fan, if you will, which would never be the case because I'm a Beatles supporter, not a fan. However, that said, Helter Skelter was a pretty awesome track. So,
well, and it's one of the ones they actually properly rocked out on, which is not a given in the Beatles catalog. A lot of it was like kind of the framework for bubblegum pop.
We are going to have our takeaways that were pretty okay at the end of the show. And when we do, one thing that I suspect will be the case is the fact you mentioned that the Beatles were only together for 4 years. Like, that still baffles my brain because they did so much in such a little amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Ah! This person's good. Is he gonna get both of us? Trying to come back and help.
Why did that throw down? That was weird. It had like a weird trajectory on it. Nice.
Got one. I needed revenge from that dude.
All right, so K-Laugh says favorite Beatles song, Beatles tune is She Said, She Said. I'm not familiar with that one.
I don't know that one either.
I ran into the train back rolls. I ran.
Oh
into the train.
no! Damn.
It's too
it was
bad.
me.
The train messed us up. Project Aurora says, I'm currently addicted to Guilty Gear Strive. Competed in my first local tournament Wednesday. Nice work. That was a former Name of the Morning on Gaming Morning Show. I don't remember much of the premise of the game. How is it?
Guilty Gear's an ongoing series, and it was pretty solid from my experiences of it back in the day.
Oh, man.
Nice, you saved me.
Oh, and then I didn't time it out right. Go-to track for Dr. Chick's Beatles song is Yesterday. So there you go. You have someone on the Yesterday train
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
mine too, Dr. Chick.
How do you slide? Can you slide in this game?
No sliding. But there's a couple different kinds of jumps. There's if you press the, on my pad it's the B. If you press that, you'll do a twirl. And if you do the top button, it's like a somersault. If you somersault, you will lob the ball. If you're doing a twirl, you'll curveball it.
Are you kidding me? I disagree. No! Alright, I'm gonna try to regroup with you. Oh yeah, this is a moon rock, right? That means I can jump.
Extra high.
You get back up to y'all.
Ah! Damn. Damn, this bro bomb.
Nice wrap. This game takes the next level of concentration, Aurora. So, usually a little more talkative whilst we play the game, but trying to make sure I don't get got. There's 3 people there, and I can't find a ball.
Yeah, Aurora, I liked Guilty Gear back in the day. It's not one I would probably... Game Pass has ruined my expectations for like spending $60 on a game. It needs to be something that's like an all-time great for me at this point. But Guilty Gear does seem like it would be an interesting one. Oh no, oh no. Ah, the super move got me. I heard it coming. That's what we were talking about, the whole concentrating and not getting got thing.
Yep.
That right there.
Come on, get this ball. Ah, beat me to it.
Throw me. Throw me.
Ah. No problem. I've got like 200 something hours in Knockout City. I'm diamond in rank, so concentrate all you need. Appreciate that very much. Ryan, has your coffee? My coffee might be cold by now. Maybe.
Got 2 of them. Yes! Nice work.
Well, I don't want the hang glider. Where are they at? They're down here.
They're
He fell down. He fell down.
Yeah.
See, how do you release once you
Next point wins.
You cock back. I don't know how to release.
Release what? the ball?
That was a mistake. Ah.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah. So like, if you have it wound up and you're ready to throw, how do you
let go?
Well,
let
then
go
I
of the
threw
right trigger.
I didn't want to throw. So
I knew that person was going to be MVP. That was a good match.
You know what I mean? So like, I was ready to throw, but then I no longer wanted to throw. Is there a way to do it without throwing the ball?
Oh, to cancel out? Yeah. Click the right stick to run, or do one of the jumps. Any of there's a couple ways to cancel out.
If you want to cancel, just sprint or fake. Thank you. Okay, so you both had good advice for me. Backrolls, what's the story behind the Street Fighter 2 cabinet? Wasn't that a recent post of yours on like Twitter and Discord or something?
That's one of the reasons why I knew my partner was a keeper. That is not my purchase. That was something that he's had for a number of years. It was it's an original Street Fighter 2 cabinet with a very specific glitch that he tracked down. So it is unfortunately broken at the moment. We got to find a repair person to come into our house and fix it. But we do have a Street Fighter 2 cabinet in the house.
Not bad. Not bad at all. It is now 8:17 out on the West Coast. It is 11:17 out on the East Coast, and it's 4:17 for those watching in the UK. Thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. So yes, thank you again, Aurora, for popping in and hanging out with us this morning. We've been talking about the Beatles. We've been talking about a new animated series called Jellystone, which is borrowing from the Thundercats Roar style of animation. Hanna-Barbera is all in with this new thing. It's going to be on HBO Max. Earlier, a headline from Ben Hooper of UPI, which was an animal rescuer discovered, quote, King Cobra, unquote, in the garden, ended up being a plastic toy. And then, Nintendo nerds, now, Backrolls has Nintendo news. And this is a Switch train controller, says Brian Ashcraft of Kotaku.
It's the moment we have all been waiting for. I mean, trains are cool, train simulators are cool, but most importantly, train simulators don't allow players the chance to conduct them. So the first Densha de Go was released in 1996 in Japanese arcades. The game arrived on the PlayStation 2 the following year, and since then it's spawned a slew of realistic simulators, cool peripherals, and impressive arcade releases. Did you know that train simulators were a big thing in Japan?
I had no clue.
So, the game got a new release in 2017 as Densha de Go and was packaged in a train-like cabinet. Inside there were realistic controls, a touchscreen, and multiple monitors. It was a simulator where the point was to conduct the train from one station to the next. So, at this point, it seems like the Nintendo Switch port has received a specific train simulator controller. I feel like this is just par for the course of Nintendo third-party accessories that people buy once and then sit on a shelf forever.
I've seen a lot of people on Facebook Gaming who play Truck Simulator, like where they're running around in like long haul trucks.
Yes. Shout out to Linoleum Bob. Linoleum Bob has a great channel, and she is sometimes found playing Truck Simulator. It's a delight.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit. Like they're doing like the world's most dangerous roads, right, where they're like hanging off cliffs and stuff. And I've never gotten too much into it, but I see a ton of people watching it, so it clearly means something.
I mean, if it were in my pile of shame, it would probably be somewhere low in the list of priorities. The truck simulators or the train simulators.
Well, now you can bring out the train simulator next time you want to.
Do these things really need like annual installments? Are they really that popular? Like I've never met someone that's played Farming Simulator 2020 and has been like, yeah, so much better than 2019.
So you have it's European Truck Simulator. That's what they're playing. It's ETS2, says K-Laps, is one of my favorites. Well, there you go. I would love to do like a racing game with an in-house, gear shifter, pedals, and like I'd love to have like the whole
that could be kind of cool if it was like long haul delivery, the racing game.
Well,
oh no, I tried to take the ice roads.
I've seen actually you could combine European Truck Simulator with the Chipmunk Adventure balloon race.
There you go. It's the gaming crossover you've all been asking for. You can stop asking.
Bob, what are we playing this morning?
Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth.
All right, so we'll put the host timer up. We have to wait a minute for y'all to guess letters. This one is history, and it is a long one. So go ahead and guess some letters. We'll throw that in there. We got E and A. Yeah, it's a long history lesson for you this morning. Yeah, so that's coming out, gosh, the new, what is it, peripheral for the train simulator to say it's already out or it's coming out?
Believe it's already out in Japan.
All right. You can find it.
Brian Ashcraft of Kotaku was the one who posted that, so we'll have to share that in chat.
Let's see. History. We have a 37 balloon streak. And this is one of the rare times Nintendo gets to play this game with more of a full attention, because you're usually out on the walk right now.
I usually am. Well, I'm actually honestly relieved that I don't have to guess, because I'm notoriously bad at guessing in this game.
It is hurtful when you go to guess a letter and one of those balloons pops. The good news is, so far we are 4 for 4. AJ's guessing Arnold for that second one. So let me hit the N, the O, and the D. So that is correct. Benedict
I think
Arnold.
Papa Paul's has got it. Yeah.
Papa Paws is cracked. All right, so we're off to a good start. Perfect 5 balloon round. We're up to 42 balloons, and we move to a shorter puzzle. This one is about places.
Keep at it, chat. I don't want the pressure of having to guess.
Reset the timer.
Correct.
Thank you, Bob. We have a Pride Party coming up today at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That is from our friend Austin Attack 12, who usually streams at that time. So it is a special event in the usual time slot. Fun games, snacks, and a giveaway promised. So be sure to check out Austin Attack 12 on Twitch. And then coming up on Sunday, Hefty Goof, Look It's Maiko from Gaming Morning Show, among those in the field, as we all target Papa Paws and Chris M. Yee in the, and AJ. Probably AJ, I assume we're gonna have to murder you in Apex as well. It's all coming up on Kiki's stream, Apex Trios Mixer, at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. I just found out too that she's gonna make us play King's Canyon and World's Edge, which, ugh, yuck. Whatever. I'll be fine. S and a D from K-Laugh and Downs, respectively.
All right, we're close. I think y'all have it, right?
The Dead Sea, look at
there
that.
There we go.
2 back-to-back
Two perfect rounds.
puzzles for sure. Let's go. And we move on to official crayon colors.
It's not macaroni and cheese. I'm leaving.
It is not macaroni and cheese. Not today, anyway. We got an E from AJ. Papa Paws, I hate this category.
It's not my favorite, but it beats one vowel words.
Oh, absolutely. One vowel words is our nemesis.
It is.
That's our first pop balloon. That's the first one we've had so far this morning on that D.
We need a D that works.
The Lost City of D. R from Chris. Papa asks, why can't we just call it blue, bluish, dark blue, and so on?
Well, that's not fair to my favorite Crayola color, Grandmama Shawl.
That's a Crayola color?
No.
Oh, no.
It's the second time I've got you today.
Pack rolls.
Grandmama Shawl.
I was like, I've never seen that one, and I've had like the 128 crayon box. All right, we can guess. Good news, you have the pressure now. You have to guess.
Oh, I have to guess. Okay. T.
Back rolls asks for a T. A double hit. Cracked. And an A from K-Laugh. That puts us to this. Okay, so I think that last one's, tangerine. So K-Laugh and I are on the same boat here. Now I just have to spell it correctly.
Atomic tangerine?
Let's see. O. A C. An M. Back rolls is correct.
I was like, it's going to be a neon color.
Nice. Was Grandmama's shawl a shade of gray? I envisioned a tan for some reason in my head. So
Roughly the color of a potato.
Ooh, look at this front end on this animals. This is a big front end of the animals category. Coming this fall.
AJ, Atomic Tangerine is going to be in the new video game, Call of Fruity.
Call of Fruity. It's a Fruit Ninja knockoff. Did you play a lot of Fruit Ninja?
Heck yeah.
And were you on a console or
That
only on
and
mobile?
iPhone back in the day.
Yeah.
I really loved the original iPhones. That and Jetpack Joyride. I played the crap out of Jetpack Joyride, which was another one of those like back in the early iPhone store days.
Yeah. My favorite early iPhone app game specifically was Nin Jump. Do you remember playing that one?
I don't remember
at all?
that one.
It was 2 towers, and you were like a little ninja on a infinite scroller up, you know, and you just go back and forth until you ran into an obstacle.
Nice.
N from Papa Paws. I just did that, Bob. Man, so redundant.
Classic Bob.
Backrolls gave you a compliment, Bob.
Bob likes it.
All right. It's kind of arrogant for him to always talk in third person.
Bob says, pretty okay.
I'm not one to yuck Bob's yum.
All right, we got a guess. R from K-Laugh hit. C from AJ did not. I'll go first. I'm going to guess T. I popped a balloon. AJ wants Hammerhead Shark.
Ah, yeah, I think that's right.
AJ is cracked. Nice work.
Yes.
All right, so we are up to 52 balloons. We're a mere 42 balloons away from our all-time high, chat. Never before.
Getting sweaty. It's getting sweaty.
This one's outer space. No, Mike, it's not Uranus.
Viron.
We have a D.
I don't know where Bob gets these things.
Lego Pizza.
I think we have Weekend Bob right now. Bob's getting a little loose here.
That's how I feel at this point. Don't we all feel like a weekend Bob sometimes?
I am your pancake expert.
Damn, it's not Black Hole.
Yeah, it was a good guess by both Papa and Pickle. Pickle is here. Good moron.
Hello, FHC.
Morning, Pickle.
Give a shout out to Pickle. Backrolls is guest hosting this morning. All right, we got an S from Downs. All right, we're down to 1 balloon, and we don't have a single letter yet. Oh, I didn't even Project Aurora guessed A. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Aurora, you saved us. You saved us, Aurora.
No. Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, no.
There's no S, so it can't be Star.
It's not Rainbow Road.
All right, AJ's just going for it. AJ trying to save us with a T. Hit.
Nobody guess everyone use Google.
Good moron to Julian, too.
Hello, FHC.
A lot of great faces showing up for the final hour crew. Good moron.
Maybe, no, it's not Giant, because A has already been hit.
All right, Down's just going for E. I love this. I love your fearlessness. And that one hit, too. Oh, could it be Lightyear? L-I-G-H-T. Yeah, it could be Lightyear. How do we feel about that one,
It could be
chat?
Lightyear. I think we should go for it.
All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna
wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm going to hit L. I'm going to hit I. I'm not going to misclick, because if I misclick, we are screwed. Hefty goof.
You are cracked.
Cracked.
Oh, no, it was Buzz Lightyear.
All right, eat and drink. This is a one-word answer. Julian is here. Julian guest host with us last Friday, so it is good to see you again, Julian. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. And then we talked about Project Aurora. Sorry, Project, I don't have a shout-out for you. But we have rated Project in the past, and you can find Project streaming on Twitch, said you were playing, gosh, what was the name of that game again? Help me out. Guilty Gear, right? Something like that.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, and we found out Project Aurora is apparently a ranked Knockout City player, so.
Yeah, you would make quick work of us
I
based
know.
on what just happened earlier.
Milkshake. It was not Milkshake, but an M did hit.
Papa Paul says that's an incredible guess if you're right. You've missed when Kyle has guessed just from blank. And
Yeah.
Kopi has done the same.
And so does AJ. That's the one thing I never expected with this game is how many people would just go swinging for the whole solve early on. We got a hamburger from Project Aurora. That could be looking good. It's looking better. It's gonna go all the way. Aurora is
correct.
Perfect. That's our third perfect of the morning. Nice work.
Nice.
Hey, look.
We're at like 20 balloons today.
Yeah, video games category too, so we can continue to add on to this bad boy.
Nice.
What happens, though, is as soon as we get to these situations where everyone's guessing right off the bat, nobody wants to start guessing letters anymore. They want to try to solve it.
It's true. They want to get the whole thing.
All right, AJ says E. D from Downs. ED. Oh, sorry. That was the
We
one.
broke Hefty. Took
That
two
was-
letters to
yep,
break Hefty.
Yep, that was the one that got me today, was that. Everyone's looking at their Steam library.
It could be one of these 472 games I have here. Just kidding, I don't have.
Pickle's guessing
My Steam
Mario.
pile of shame's big, not that big.
Do you have a lot of physical copies in the Shame, or is it all digital stuff, or both?
Pile of Shame yet to be played is mostly digital, and then I do have a lot of physical copies because I've held on to a lot of my Retro Nintendo, because Retro Nintendo's expensive.
Yeah. Stick around, too. In the end of the hour, we'll have our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renew, so we'll recap the headlines of the day. Papa Pa's talking about the Steam sale that's out there today.
Yes, big sale. I'm going to get myself another Resident Evil game because I just finished one. Need a new one.
I've never played Resident Evil.
When are you and Sean gonna? Did you finish Resident Evil last time?
It's done. We're never going to play it again.
Do I recall seeing the ending? Because I feel like as soon as I hear that Hefty's gonna be adjacent to Resident Evil, I'm tuned in.
Not even making eye contact with you. I'm lying so hard right now. We got an R from AJ.
Chat, be sure to remind Hefty that he's got a game to finish.
You know, I think it's really the incompleted games that really makes our lives unique.
It's about the destination, not the journey.
Exactly. I mean, really.
Aha! I said destination, not the journey.
Damn it, you
Gotcha.
got me. Because if you think about it, like, we've already played like 4/5 of the game. Why would we want to finish it? What did we miss?
The joy of a Resident Evil game is that you start as a frightened little lamb, and everything's gonna kill you. And by the end, you have rocket launchers and shotguns. Oregon Trail. It's totally Oregon Trail. Papa Paws has got it.
Papa Paws is.
Correct.
All right, we got time for one more. We've moved up to 61. We've done some work this morning, Chad. I am very proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
So is Bob. All right. Animals.
Yeah, I like that actually in chat you can see the moment where that clicked for Papa Paws. He goes, I have no idea what this is. Oregon Trail.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually graduate from the frightened lamb stage, to be honest with you.
It's because you're in the passenger seat, I think. I think that's a big part of it.
See, but everyone says it's worse when you
Ooh,
play
I know
it.
what this is. Yeah, AJ's got it.
AJ is correct.
Although, Kyle might be onto something with the eel.
Oh, we didn't get it under the gun. So 66 is where we leave off today at 8:35 West Coast time. Good job, chat. I am proud of you. You all, in fact, are
correct.
Nice work.
Let me touch the electric eel. That wasn't the song.
Are you sure to that? Shock me like an electric eel.
Yeah, wasn't that
one?
MGMT or something?
I think so.
All right, we are ready to play.
I'm just surprised I even remember the song.
I'm back in the matchmaking screen. It's the GMS Gaming Hour. If you've never been here for one of these, we put a little more emphasis on the gameplay than normal, but we leave in all the good stuff as well. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. We'll also have a clip of the day coming up at the end of the hour. If you're watching on Twitch, we will send you some somewhere. And yesterday we had a special request from our friend Kiki Lowe, so we didn't let Lucy the First pick. We owe Lucy a raid, but Backrolls can pick where we send you if you're watching on Twitch because of guest host privilege. So congratulations. That honor is all yours.
I don't think Lucy's here today, but I was like, oh, she could totally do it, but I don't think she's here today. I will take a look and have a see, and I will message an option to you.
I know, Caleb. I thought the same thing. We didn't get a one vowel word. And so that's just going to be waiting for us the next time we play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
Yeah, it's going to be the first one. Let me pull up Knockout City again. Sorry about that.
You're fine. Julian, did you get your shoes that you were trying to buy? Did they actually show up? Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom, we all plan which Val will be there next and what the word will be. Find out next time on Gaming Morning Show. You can see our countdown timer in the top right. That is our countdown to the summer vacation with Austin. Austin will join Gaming Morning Show starting on Monday and be here throughout the course of the summer. So look forward to that.
Well, it threw me into just spectating you, but I will just enjoy the ride.
Well, I mean, we could back out. So, is there
That's
any
all
way?
good.
Is there any way that you can jump in? Like, if there's
Only if we have someone quit, I think, but not to worry.
Well, I'm gonna give it a minute, and if no one quits, then I'm gonna.
Ooh, nice catch. It's like, you know what you're doing here.
I almost had that one too.
You did.
Oh, I forgot you can't go that way. Oh, that's
Ooh, good
unfortunate
save.
timing.
Good save, though. You saved your own butt by doing that.
Oh, I didn't realize they
The
had a ball.
slow sniper. Damn.
All right, we're gonna quit this. We're gonna bring back rules back in. I'm not playing by myself.
Well, thank you.
What's the quit penalty? Let's see what it is. We'll find that out. Let's see. Julian said they didn't show up yet, but I've got the confirmation email. I should do a shoe stream. Let's go and just talk about my favorite shoes. Absolutely. Are there any sneakerheads who do streaming on Twitch, Julian?
All right, I am in.
Good morning, Gabe Pride. Thanks for joining us on Gaming Morning Show as well. It is good to see you this morning.
Morning, Gabe.
Gabe is on the move, but said yesterday in chat, I saw it at a glance, that you are close to having everything set up after your move. Down says, I worry about the guy holding the balloons while we are away. Will he be stuck there all week? That's true.
He's fine.
He has 5 balloons.
Adequate amounts of helium.
Yeah.
Food?
The food is like Hunger Games dropped in on parachutes for him. He's fine.
Makes sense. It's the balloon economy.
Let's go. Gabe is going to stream tonight. Should have a comeback tonight. Be sure to check out
Yes.
Gabe Pride streaming
Excellent.
on Twitch. We got this. We got this. All right. We have the main person from Uncharted in our crew, so.
He's here.
What was his name? Wasn't it like Nathan or something like that?
Nathan Drake. That's right.
Look at me being hashtag video game expert.
Video game knowledge.
I gotta customize my avatar a little more. I still haven't bought this game, so I'm still very much in the free trial.
I'm fully spoiled by Xbox Game Pass, and if you've heard me say anything during chat and Gaming Morning Show, I'm always like, Game Pass! So, you know that.
Yeah, I've never heard you talk about Game Pass.
It's such an obscenely good value.
Just kidding.
What? You haven't heard about Microsoft Xbox Game Pass?
Nice!
Uh-oh. Someone's sleeping.
AFK.
God, I'm snoozing.
Summertime. It's the summertime. I'm with you.
Yes. Oh no, I accidentally went in the pipe. Goodbye.
I'm also in the pipe. The person came with us, too.
This is going better.
What was the sprint you said? Okay, the sprint. There we go.
Yeah, clicking on the left stick. I even though I get this on Game Pass, I would totally spend $20 on this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would too.
But not mad about not having to.
I wonder why this game is on Game Pass.
EA Play. Because this is an EA game, pretty much like the whole EA library.
Really? I didn't know that was
available.
on Game Pass.
It is indeed. Ah, I'm the first KO. That's just a sign of how much bullying we're doing right now. I should be clear, I have no remorse. I think this game is a hit because it lets us enact our fantasies that we were ever any good at dodgeball.
The only thing I was good at with a dodgeball was I was pretty okay with catching the ball. So
nice.
Good morning to Zev. Zev is here. I love KOC to death. Pickle,
Nice.
get on it,
Morning,
Ryan.
Zev.
Game Pass is the best. I actually am a Game Pass subscriber.
So you do already have this game for free.
So the reason that I have it is because I was invited to be on one of Kate's Halo parties. Actually, that was one of the first places I ever met Zev, to be honest. And why did Uncharted leap into my arms? Why do I have Uncharted in my hands?
You can throw him. And if you charge him up, he's an ultimate. It's a one-hit KO if you hit someone with a player ball.
Okay. No, come back.
Oh no.
So I had it to play Halo, and I had to sign up, and I got 3 months for free. And sure enough, 3 months later, I forgot to cancel it, and so I am now a Xbox Game Pass subscriber.
Well, there are worse things you could be subscribed to, but you should be getting your money's worth out of it and downloading some goodies.
Well, what I'm using it for is when you introduce Gaming Morning Show to Dead by Daylight, I will be using it for that.
Perfect.
So.
We love to see it.
You know, there's an enemy around here somewhere.
They're gone.
Nice.
Ooh. Somebody passed that and I wasn't expecting it.
Blue team is pulling way ahead.
Ah.
There we go.
I zigged when I should have zagged.
The way you got the... They got you the way they got everyone. Yep. Yeah, no, that's true. Oh, nice. I cracked that person.
That was
I'm
really good.
nuts.
I saw that happen.
I'm nuts. Get wrecked, noob. Isn't that? Am I doing good stuff? Am I doing good stuff? Poggers. There we go. I'm doing them all. Oh, you can dash away when you're targeted? I didn't know that.
You sure can. Dashing or the or throwing a ball back will also kind of deflect.
Oh no! Right on the side. Oh, bummer.
So I just charged up our teammate to do that special. There we go.
Dallin said
I
that's
wanted
how
first.
you joined Prime all those years ago. Oh, did we win?
We did.
Nice, we're champions. Look at that. We're cracked. All right. Proud of us.
I am so jealous.
Oh, you like the little
There's like a
tube?
lazy tube. Yeah, there's an inner tube victory pose that our teammate
You
just went on.
are one of life's winners.
Well, thank you, Bob. I'm proud of us too. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, it is Gaming Morning Show, 8:46 West Coast time, 11:46 out on the East, 4:46 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. We're gonna have you do the out today when we get to the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news back roll. So I'm gonna have you queue up for that. It is Fake Animal Watch 2020 from Ben Hooper of UPI. Animal Rescue discovers King Cobra. Now, Mike shared the story in the 6 o'clock hour, and I'm curious. Remind us what you took away from this story, because they basically found a toy that they thought was a real live snake in Britain.
Oh, you're at the snake that was found in Britain. Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you all about that.
Well, no, you were saying something about like they should have known because cobras are only located where?
Oh, the first clue should have been that cobras are native to India and Southeast Asia. Although we were saying people do have strange exotic animals as pets. So
yeah,
there are stranger things.
I love that. Yeah, Chris was upset because I did the poggers, which I do. But Chrissy goes, in the afternoon. And then AJ gave us a diddly-do, even though you're not on the show. Police in Britain called animal rescuers. They needed help because there was a king cobra allegedly at someone's in someone's garden. It ended up being a plastic snake, a plastic toy. The RSPCA, RISPCA, in England, this is in Workington. Help me in the UK, Workington, England. They spotted what they thought was a venomous snake in their neighbor's garden. They called the Sun, who then called the police. RISPCA called for assistance, and Inspector Martin Fletcher responded. I just pictured, damn it, I don't have any sunglasses in here. I just pictured David Caruso from CSI Miami?
CSI?
Yeah. I just pictured him for a second where it was like, as the woman thought the snake had moved, the police took it seriously and called us. It's really important in these situations to find the animal as safely as possible. Turned out today wasn't a royal day for this king cobra.
Or whatever the music theme song is for CSI Miami.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. The king cobra was plastic. According to the investigation, it appeared the toy had come from the children in neighboring gardens, so the snake has now been returned to its home. I knew king cobra snakes were deadly snakes, but afterwards I found out that their venom is strong enough to actually kill 20 men. Maybe it was a good job I didn't know that fact before I went. Oh, you put the shades on. All right, well, I'm going to clip it, and then we can just watch that in reverse later. All right, here, I'll try another one, okay? Turns out that king cobra got royally flushed.
Yeah! I can't do it. It's too early.
Plus, you keep getting gated by Discord, so fine, Discord, don't let us have our fun. We don't want it anyway. All right, stick around, chat. It's time for your takeaways that are pretty okay clip of the day. So you need to get ready to tell us what you learned from today's show. What was a takeaway that was pretty okay? Here's your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming re-news. Our hashtag video game expert sports.gaming gives those to us in the first hour. And if you missed any of them, we lay them out nicely on our Twitter. You can find it at WatchGMS. Search
hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
Steam is cracking down on changing regions to save money for games. So while you can no longer do that today during the Steam sale, maybe you can save some money anyway. But Matt TM Kim said it's not going to work as well as it used to. So not going to get away with that anymore. Speaking of Game Pass, Windows 11 will have Xbox Game Pass built in, according to Samit Sarkar of Polygon. Sarkar?
I'm not taking a shot at
and
that.
the Nintendo Switch gets a train controller in Japan. We both had that in the random stories, plus the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. What is out today, back rolls?
Let's see. I will tell you all about that as soon as I have the rundown pulled up. I was about to whisper you who we're going to go raid. But out today is Mighty Aphid on the Xbox One. Scarlet Nexus on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, so almost everything. Mario Golf Super Rush is out on the Switch, as well as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Pro Mesa is out on the Switch. Number 1 Crosswords Bundle is out on the Switch. Loop Index and Sweet Sugar Candy are the end of our Switch releases today. Sunhaven on PC, and Ayu Senkai Gold, a new conquest on PC. Name of the morning, according to Name of the Morning expert, Video game expert Sean is Enigmatus, the Ghost of Maple Creek, out on Switch today.
You can search
Hashtag GMS Name of the Morning.
And then allegedly, we're going to have a Name of the Month giveaway next week for the month of May. We're supposed to do these in the front of each month, and we've just been failing. So the good news is if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get double entries into our Name of the Month giveaway, participant priority for GMS games, and more. Find out more at patreon.com/gaming morning show. Thanks to everybody. We have over 25 Patreons who support us on Patreon. Thank you so much for those who do. And the subiversaries scroll during the break on the bottom of your screen. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. The clip of the day.
Toot toot.
Stuff because they couldn't make new ones. And so, because Geico makes a new commercial every hour, it's true.
That is Geico's strategy. It really is. They have like 75 mascots. You can't definitively pin down the Geico mascot. Like, you say it's the gecko, but you're like, oh, there's a stack of dollar bills. There's the caveman. How many mascots?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hump day.
Yeah. Let's see. Actress Angela Kinsey, 50
Kinsey
today.
just Noel. Yep, she was in the shows with places. Yeah. With the other actresses.
Oh, Gray actually had a really good fun fact for us that Carly Simon actually changed her name to Carly Rae Jepsen.
And then reunited with Garfunkel.
Yep.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
And they wrote the bop called
We like how it cuts off there with Mike describing the bop. Yeah, we learned probably that there's that mashup we didn't know we needed, which was Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel. So, which Bob, they're big fans of whom again?
A fan of Hildart Duff and Harry Clarence Styles.
That's true. Probably even Analyst Morissette, believe it or not. So.
You got one hand in your pocket.
The other one's watching Gaming Morning Show. 8:53 chat. What is something that you learned on today's show and then you whispered it to me? Now you're going to dislike me. Could you just put the name into the Twitch chat so I can just copy and paste it from there? This is
no disliking.
This is where we're going to go after the show on Twitch. Tell us about whom you're recommending, Backrolls.
We are going to raid Panther Lilycat. It's a raid we've gone on before, but it's been a little while. They are currently streaming Atelier Ryza 2. I don't know too much about it, but Panther often plays JRPGs, like classic ones like Star Ocean. So should be some fun grindy stuff this morning. And Panther goes by she, they pronouns.
Panther Lilycat coming up after the show on Twitch. Thanks for everyone who watched us today on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. You can also find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. And starting on Monday, Summer Vacation with Austin begins. Austin Attack 12 will join us. We're super excited about her hanging out with us all summer long on Gaming Morning Show. Please say hello to Austin today at 3 p.m. Pacific time for Austin's Pride Party. Join us Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time on Kiki's channel for the Apex Trios Mixer. And we have Hollywood Squares, which we'll start telling you more about next week as well. That is a special GMS event coming up on July 18th. Backrolls, the GMS crew, and one other, which we'll share more with you down the road. It will play Dead by Daylight coming up in July as well. All right, Backrolls, you're the guest host. You start us off with your takeaway that was pretty okay. What is something you learned from today's show? And then we'll go to chat.
My takeaway that it's pretty okay is that you all coming up with a takeaway that's pretty okay while you're in the host seat is every day is a work of art, because that's really hard.
It is. And we make it up.
That's my cheat. I get out of it once.
We make it up as we go along pretty much every single day. Pickles, in a way, nope, that's not Pickle. It was AJ said, I missed that it was Angela Kinsey's birthday. I'm ashamed. That could be your takeaway. That was pretty okay. Chris M.E. said, my takeaway is that I'm not taking it easy on y'all on Sunday. I would expect nothing.
Nor should you, Chris.
Of you, Chris?
Stomp him.
Nothing less? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You're going to kill me, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So excited to have Austin yelling at everyone all summer. It will be a blast. I'm so excited as well. One of my takeaways.
Hide your sink butter, everyone. Austin's
Oh,
coming
no.
to GMS.
You said sink butter. Oh my gosh. My takeaway that was pretty okay is you apparently put the glasses on whilst doing a David Caruso impression, not take them off. Is it Caruso or Cassidy?
Caruso. David Cassidy's Partridge Family.
There you go. That's a great way to end it. That's Back Rolls. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are going to go raid Panther Lilycat. Please say good morning from GMS, and we will see you again on Monday for more Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everybody.
Viron.